Stress, frustration, guys. What are we doing? What is happening here? Tough loss. What can we say, guys? Like, I don't even know if I can blame any of these players for the mistakes. I know for the show, for the first 20 minutes, I was mad. I was frustrated. I was about to pull some hair out. And then these players showed some heart. They showed some fight. They fought and they came back. They clawed their way back to 3-2. And with 5 minutes left, the referee gives a penalty. What in tarnations for a ball? The man clearly dived. He was not even touched by Diego Dalot. They said it was foot-to-foot contact, and there was no contact. I wonder if PGMOL has an agenda against Man United. And I wasn't going to say this, but I have to, because it's been so many games this season where the referees have made decisions that altered our games. And it's like we see the fouls that committed by the opposing team not get looked at, not even called. But the next minute we are said to commit a foul of lesser extent, and we get penalized heavily, repeatedly by these referees. I'm wondering if the league is scripted this season or something. It's distressing, it's disgusting to see the type of refereeing that we had to look at tonight. I mean, someone could be the players, gave up at the end, they switched off. But at the same time, that was never a penalty. You know what I mean? The Chelsea players have been flopping all over the field. They've been pulling our players down, kicking them down, siphoning them down, pushing them down, and no yellow cards, no fouls, play on by the referee. The moment you touch you bump, you slightly touch or harass a Chelsea player, it's a yellow card and a foul for a Man United player. What can we say? 4-3 at the end result at Stamford Bridge. Disappointing loss. Is the season over, guys? What do we do? What is the fallout? What is the consequences? Get in the chat. Have your say. Let's hear what you have to say, guys. Big up to all of you joining me. Don't forget to smash a like and subscribe. And those of you who are new, subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you can see when we're live on the next time. Excuse me for that. But let's get the show started, guys. And guys, it's fundamental rubbish. Big up to my brother Vegeta coming in. What is going on, my bro? How are you feeling tonight? I know it's a disappointing loss. I know you, for one, are like me, probably not going to blame the manager and the players for this situation as much as others have. But at the end of the day, they might say that we're over optimistic and probably blindly having faith. What are your thoughts, bro?
I went through all the phases of depression and all the emotions today. I'm exhausted. This team is exhausting to support. But like you said, I really can't fault Eric Ten Hag today. I don't know what more can you possibly do to try and win that game. Yes, the first couple of minutes, we didn't do too well. We go down 2-0, but these guys do everything they could possibly do to pick themselves up, get back into the game, and even try to win it at the end. And the referee, he was either watching a different game from the one we were watching, or some shenanigans was going on the pitch. But although I don't blame the manager, I think this is it. Honestly, I think this is the end of a road for him.
I mean, it almost seems as the writing on the wall. And, look, our buddy Mr. Bond is coming in. Let's hear what he has to say before I give this. Olmo is here. Big up to you. Mr. Bond, you first, bro. What are you saying? Bro, where did you get that real laugh, bro? That's a definitely villainous laugh, bro. But you know
bro.
you have Mourinho in the photo.
Yeah, I know, I know. Apologies, you can hear my girl in the background. I just picked her up from school, so. But yeah, my bro, I don't know. Every time I come on here, it's the same thing. I say the same thing every time, and I'm just gonna put this out there. I can hear what Vegeta Sama is saying, and I disagree. Of course, you know I disagree. I think Ten Hag, first of all, the man is delusional. And the thing is, I put on the group chat, like the phase he's in right now is a phase every sack manager gets through. They get through that delusional phase when they start talking nonsense. Man's talking about we dominated the game. Like what game did you dominate? Like, okay, so this is my issue with Ten Hag. He tries to deceive us by looking at games on a game by game basis. So he would say stuff like, "Oh yeah, it was an open game. You know, we should have won it. We had chances." If that was only today, I'll be like, "Yeah, he makes a point." But this is every game. It's every game. So the point is that it's not sustainable. You cannot win games playing like this. You can and the thing he said, he doesn't care how many shots we concede as long as we don't. I'm sorry, how many shots we face as long as we don't concede goals. That's another total rubbish. Because on a game by game basis, that might work today. That might work today, but then it won't work tomorrow. So I just watched our team. Someone was asking us like, why did Tenak take Ganacho off? And the answer is because he was tired. Then the deeper question should be, why was he tired? And the reason he was tired is because our manager sets up the team in such a way that every single player we have spends the game chasing the ball or chasing the man. And that's why we have so many muscle injuries. It's not rocket science. It's not math. It's just very simple to see. And then he trains them hard. I put on the group chat. You saw that, like during the what's it called, Champions League thing. When we left, everyone was like, "Yeah, you know what? We're playing fewer games now, so it means that we'll be very good." Yada yada yada. But we're not good because it's the same rubbish. We just chase the ball around all game. And I'll put this again: Ten Hag's tactics, man for man. I told you a while ago that Ten Hag tactically is a bit of a strange one because we know that he has the chops to arrange this team because he did it with Ajax. But the more I watch him, and I did mention last time that if you watched Steve McLaren's interviews before Ten Hag became I was consuming consume. And Ten Hag
You're gonna have to repeat that, bro.
and
You
the
just cut
game
out and cut
for.
back in.
Oh, okay, can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Yeah, you said
Can you hear
you
me now?
are still McLaren
Okay.
interview.
Yeah, so McLaren is talking about, oh yeah, Ten Hag is so technically smart. But there was a game that Ajax, no, it wasn't Ajax. It was what's the Dutch the other Dutch club he coached, whichever one it was. He was like,
Red
oh, they're
Eagles,
chasing,
Utrecht.
Utrecht.
yeah, Utrecht. So they're like, oh yeah, we're chasing the game, and then we're like, oh, what we do tactically, and then Ten Hag told McLaren, yeah, we're gonna go man for man across the pitch, and then McLaren's like, how do we even do that? That's not the right move, and then they do and they win. Now, Ten Hag has taken man for man, which is something that is like level C game plan. It's not your plan A. He's taking that and made it his plan A. So now people have got half the equation right. When you look at how the team gets bypassed in the middle. That some players are pressing, some are sitting deep. That's just one half of the equation. The other half is that we're playing man for man, meaning that if one player should lose his man, all hell will break loose because the opponent will break on us, and that's what happens every time. Casemiro hasn't got
That's
the
not
legs.
entirely true, you know, bro. Because I mean, just being honest, bro. I play in a Dutch system, bro. That's Trinidad went to the World Cup around the time when I was playing for the under 17s and trying to make it to the national team to go to the World Cup. And we played under a Dutch coach, Leo Bein Hacker. They have that similar philosophy and style. Actually, is almost identical to the way Ten Hag plays. And some of the tactical changes he makes is almost identical to Leo Bein Hacker.
Well,
And
well, well
to be
sorry, go
fair,
on, go on.
and the only thing I will say is this, right? Sometimes when you shift to man, even though if you lose your player, right? It could be chaos. Now, if players, backing up and providing support for each other and reading the game, then in one instance, I would say that it could be accountable for, it could be accounted for. But at the same time, it's just that for me, it's a bit of both. Ten Hag tactics, maybe doing too much with the players that we have here,
But
and at the
yeah,
same time, we don't have enough players who could fit and play the
yeah,
system that we want to play. So it's a
yeah,
bit
but
of both worlds,
yeah,
you
it's
know.
a bit of both worlds. But again, the problem is this: you are the manager. You need to see what's working. You need to see what doesn't work. If we don't, like last season, I gave him so many accolades last year. Last year, he comes in, realizes that the players aren't what he needs for his system, flexes
Yep.
the system.
Can I quickly just add a
Last
question
season,
onto that?
our goal.
Yeah, after when you
Sorry, hold
finish.
on.
Yeah.
I'll go up in a, I'll go up in a second. I'm about to drop my girl off at the house. But last season we were goal difference zero. I think zero at the end of the year. Now we're -1. So it's basically coming to the same conclusion. Last year, our goal difference wasn't zero because we defended badly. We conceded 30% of our goals against Man City, Liverpool, and Brentford. We defended very well last season. Last season, the problem was we did attack properly. Our strikers were just rubbish last year. This year, it's not this. The scoring is a problem, but it's a defending. The defensive system has changed totally. You have situations where players should help each other, double up, triple up. It's so easy to get shots off against us. And Ten Hag, before I go off, last thing, you look at Ranieri. I put this in the group chat. Ranieri in the season Leicester won the league. At the early part of the season, there was a chat that Leicester they concede too many goals, and then Ranieri famously offered to give all the players pick if they stop conceding, and Ranieri tightened the ship. And then Leicester, remember that year, it was very difficult. Very
Bro.
difficult. That's as a coach. What
Oh,
is
the
man
police are
doing?
getting this man's
What
Wi-Fi.
is he doing?
I mean, to be fair to that, bro, all I will say is this, right, bro? And I want to be as footballing unbiased as possible when I say this, to be fair, right? And like Yali said, man to man is demand a lot from players. Zone marking opponent's best player is usually a way to go. I would turn around and say this, if we fix some of the problems from last season and we have other problems this season, that's growing pains. Let me be real. No rebuild is perfect. One, no system change is going to be perfect as well. And if anybody believe in success, it's not linear. So in the same time, while I understand we having issues this season, in my honest opinion, a lot of the players that wasn't his players that he get here, he improved them. And the players that he come in, most of them making an impact. Look at Anthony today. A lot of people would have written off Anthony weeks ago, months ago. He's shit. He's rubbish. He's this. He's that. Right?
He
Anthony
still is.
today, for me, was man of the match. I'm being real. You know what I mean? Like, his impact in today's game was the reason he had a hand in every single goal. He was the first player to never
Even
give up
Chelsea
on
goals.
any ball, any half chance, any 50-50 today. Yeah, he conceded that penalty, right? But Man United will never get a penalty like that. So I forgive him for that because he come and create 2 goals and then he had a astonishing assist to Garnacho. So in all honesty, I feel like there's improvements in our performances in different parts of the situation, you know what I mean? And different parts of the game. But it's just that, we lack in. And yeah, 2 things could be right. Maybe the manager should change things, but at the same time, look at who we have on the bench. Right now, we have no defenders. So Willie Kwambala starting against Liverpool. Probably with Maguire.
Can I make a point, sorry? Right.
Mm-hmm.
The idea that Ten Hag this season's been at fault for everything is wrong. The idea that Ten Hag's not been at fault for everything is also wrong. He's at fault for some things. It's like you can't expect a captain of a ship to be able to do everything. He can instruct everyone to do everything. He can tell people their roles. He can tell people how to do their roles. But if they don't do their roles as instructed, it's not his fault. Now, sure, you can say, oh, well, just get rid of the deadwood. Don't play the deadwood. We've had 28 players miss games this season through injuries. Like, it might have been the same player twice. Sure, 28 players, but still, missing 28 players missing games through injuries. That's going to affect his ability to get rid of the quote-unquote dead wood. We need to allow this man time to at least try and build something instead of just, let's go for it for Ten Hag's throat, let's get rid of Ten Hag, keep the dead wood around. It's like, how can you expect a ship to sail when you're letting the ship be rotted with dead wood and getting rid of the captain? In my mind, it makes no sense, but certain people can't see the truth.
That's not Charles. It was here. Let me hear what Rajid out to say first, not Charles, and then Olmo, and then you will go after, right? Sorry about that.
Okay.
Today's game's not on Ten Hag. Like, even as a Ten Hag out, today's game's not on Ten Hag. Like, what is he supposed to do? The players are fucking retarded.
No, don't say that. Mentally handicapped. That's the correct
No,
term. Mentally handicapped.
No, it's 12:40. It's 12:40 in the morning in the UK. I could care less. Like, what's he supposed to do? What is he supposed to do today? There's no, like, today I'll defend him. Like, other situations during the year, sure. Today, what's he supposed to do if Dallo goes back to Dallo of 2 years ago? What's he supposed to do if no one can mark Cole Palmer, if McTominay hasn't got the stones to take the shot fully in the chest, but he leans in like a 5-year-old and deflects it? What was that? Sorry.
He was like Douglas Luiz, Joe, and he was shimmying in front of our goal after he scored that goal at Aston Villa. That's what he was doing.
Douglas Luiz can pull Alicia Lehmann. What the fuck can McTominay pull? Wanker. They're all wanker. Like, I'm just sick and tired. I'm just like, these players have just royally just annoyed me and pissed me off. Fully pissed me off today. Pardon. I should have said pardon my language at the start, but like, what today? Honestly, what is Ten Hag supposed to do? How does a throw in the 96th minute? Who is it between Dallo and Bruno Fernandes? How does a throw in go for a goal kick, which then leads to the penalty?
In my mind, we dropped Bruno in the next match. Sorry, I just have to say that we did drop Bruno for the next Rashford shouldn't be nowhere near the pitch against Liverpool on Sunday. After that dog shit. His brothers out here calling up every man under the sun for his PR stunt. He'll be jumping on the next barbershop with LeBron James as soon as he gets a chance. How about you put a fucking performance on the pitch, you waste man?
Yeah, he was a waste man today, to be fair, bro.
Can I just make a point of? Sorry, can you get a little comment up under Kenny's comment? Under Kenny's comment. The game died when Rashford and Scotty came on. Sure, Scott McTominay fucked up in the box leading to Chelsea's goal, but is no one going to talk about how Casemiro left our midfield more wide open than the Porn Stars arsehole last year, just had a train ran off? Our midfield was wide open with him on the pitch. At least when McTominay came on, the shit was closed and tight a little bit. When Casemiro was on the pitch, the shit was wide open. He was rough.
He's an
They were on a train with no lube. That was happening to our midfield. It was getting run through with Casemiro on the pitch. At least McTominay shut it down.
To be fair, bro, like, even though Casemiro didn't have the legs to keep it tight as we wanted in this game, to be fair, I'll be honest, bro. When Casemiro in our midfield, they don't run through it like they normally do when he's not there. You know what I mean? I'm being honest, bro.
In our midfield. In our midfield today with Casemiro, we look shit. I don't remember him getting.
You look shit in the first 20 minutes. After the first 20 minutes, if you notice, they was playing more balls over the top than anything else.
Sorry,
they was putting the ball over the top.
One second. The quick VAR check. I was going to go check Casemiro's stats of how many interceptions he had today, because I swear to God he didn't get more than 3.
Yeah, but that's not all about what his performance was. If you look at where he was positioning himself a lot of occasions, there was passing the ball away from him over the top. So he might not have had a lot of interceptions, but his positioning after the first 20 minutes was what was keeping our midfield more solid than not. Because if you notice, the first 20 minutes they was running right through, and then he made his adjustment. Ten Hag called them to the side and say something during the penalty, and boom, they started to function. Like, I mean, to be fair, bro, like I mean, I would blame Ten Hag today because I feel like Varane should have never started this game. It should have always been Willie Kwambala starting next to Maguire. That's just me, right? But apart from that, if he was to say his tactics don't work, why it is we went up 3-2 in the game? Why, if you look at the style of what we was doing to Chelsea, you would notice that, you know, he noticed that if they keep interchanging the play through midfield, right, they would confuse the Chelsea defenders, and I was leaving gaps open for Garnacho to run into. Anthony was
Chelsea are dog shit as well.
Come on, man! Don't say Chelsea are dog shit. They draw 4-4 and 3-3 with Man City, bro.
Brother, this is the same team. This is the same team that drew 2-2 against Burnley, who had 10 men and no manager. Come on. We're not. Watch it. No.
Understand what I'm saying? I'm not trying to say he's God. I'm not trying to say these players were great today. But what I'm trying to say is that this, right? To come in, you have to give them some credit for the fact that the heads didn't fall completely to the ground, and they didn't capitulate after they scored the 2 goals. Because we came back to 3-2.
I'm sorry, so if it was not for Caicedo setting up Garnacho, right? That's what changed the game. It wasn't brilliant play from us. It was because Caicedo got confused. He thought he was in South America again, and he thought there was some South American connection going with Garnacho. He must have heard some Spanish or some shit. Got confused between the difference of Enzo and Garnacho because he went, all these Argentines look the same, right? And set him through. Like, I'm not giving him that much credit. I'm not giving him that much credit.
Even okay, all right.
I have to add on to that. Sorry, until that fuck up from Caicedo, until Caicedo fucked up, we were dead. After that, we showed some fight. We were like, oh shit, we've got a goalie. What the fuck's that? How's the ball end up back of their net? We were confused. Do you know what you were saying? We were confusing the Chelsea players. We were confused when the ball went in the back of our net. That's what was confusing us. Like, not in our net, in their net. That's what confused us, right?
No, look, to be fair, right?
Until that happened, we didn't show fuck all.
I know, bro. Like,
wait, Mark. I'm bearing in mind, me and Connor have been agreeing on shit for the last 3 weeks.
I know, that's what I'm about to say. I'm not trying to discredit y'all because I still believe that, you know, I still blaming the players mostly for the situation, because at the end of the day, I will keep saying it. I've been saying it all along, right? We need to get some players out and get some players in. That's the only how we could really judge this manager, because, you know, a lot of people will say,
you know, this is where I come in. Yep.
Listen, before you come in, let me just finish real quick, right? Because I know you go and take the floor, so I'm going to give the floor to you, right? But I just wanted to say this: as much as we could glorify Pep, Klopp, and Arteta, and these guys in their first 2 seasons had plus 17 signings permanent into the club, so they brought in talent that they needed to fit their system for the right now, and yeah. Manager could coach players to be better, and the manager could coach these players to do a job, but it's not going to be at the level of a player who fit the system and the profile. You know what I mean? So yeah, take it away, Olmo, because I know you're waiting to crash it.
Okay, yeah. So you know me. I'm gonna start with ETHL, so you can know where I'm coming from. I'm ETHL. That's start with that. For the 100 minutes, for what I saw today for 100 minutes was disaster class from both teams, especially Manchester United. The first goal, people say, oh, Varane. No, that's Casemiro's fault. The DM is supposed to stop the cutback. The DM job is always there to stop the cutback. And people want to say Varane. No, the DM is supposed to stop the cutback. How many cutbacks have we conceded this season? More than 19 plus. 19 plus cutback. Because I'm still counting before I got invited in. I'm still counting. So pretty much, you have Holland all day running around doing nothing. Anthony was the man of the match. Casemiro, Mino, Bruno pretty much did nothing today in that whole midfield. We've decided. Hold up. Actually, let's talk about Chelsea. They have Cole Palmer drifting in, and they have Gusto going out wide. The whole first half, Dalot was getting cooked. We all saw that. The manager saw that. The second half, you are supposed to make changes so that Dalot doesn't get cooked. What changes would that be? Dalot go to the right-hand side, Wan-Bissaka come to the left-hand side. Make that change. Because you already know Dalot was already getting cooked, so it's nothing new. Second half, you make changes. Wan-Bissaka go to the left, Dalot go to the right. What did manager do? Nothing. We move on. Varane got injured. Evans got injured. So they already does a 2-sub. Why Holland came off? I don't know. It makes no sense. Why Garnacho came off? I don't know. That too makes no sense. But either way, we move on. You decide to take out Casemiro for Scott McTominay. Why? Why? If you want a ledge, you could have put an Ericsson. No. If you want a ledge, you could have put an Amrabat. If you want somebody with a football brain, you could have brought an Ericsson. McTominay didn't need to come on at all for this game. To tell you the truth, if I'm Amrabat or Ericsson, I'm packing my bags. Because why am I here? I'm like, why am I here? Why am I here when this foolish, let me not say foolish, when Scott McTominay that I'm better I am is playing before me? I'm packing my bag. Same thing with Ahmad. I'm packing my bags because Rashford didn't deserve to come up. Ahmad should have come on before Rashford. I ended up putting the game. So either way, we move on. Dalot gives away a penalty. Wan-Bissaka doesn't give away a penalty. Wan-Bissaka doesn't give away the penalty. All that footage that happened, it all happened on Dalot's side. And again, why Mount come on? I guess for a minute. But again, if you wanted to, again, you're already up. They were already giving us the ball. You just, like, why Bruno is still playing, I don't know. Because again, you can see that when Caicedo came up, Enzo was dominating the game. Enzo dominated that whole midfield park with the moment Caicedo came up. Again, this just shows to me, time and time again, this manager is clueless. His in-game management is poor. It's always been poor, and it's still poor. I don't get it. To me, when I see this man coaching, I'm looking like, wow, this manager is really clueless. And again, it shows today that this manager is clueless. He was out here trying to play end to end when you're already up. Like, bro, what are you doing? What are you coaching them? What are you coaching them? What are they doing on the pitch? What is that halftime team talk? Because I don't know. Every time we are ahead, we somehow lose it. We like us being ahead is a curse now. We can't even score ahead. Because look at what happened last week. We were ahead, and all of a sudden they equalized. I'm scared to be ahead now. This series just end in a draw. People gonna say, "Oh, the players." Bro, he gotta coach those players. I want a manager, not a politician. This man is a politician. Get me a manager to coach players, and that's it. And the players not doing what you want them to do, you bench him. It's just that simple. I'm done.
I mean, part of that is true, part of that is false in my mind. But bench the dead wood. But also I have to add to that, if you bench the dead wood, who can you replace them with?
Somebody that listens to what you want them to do. Because the dead wood ain't doing what you want them to do, so you're constantly playing them. And when they mess up, I'm looking at the manager, manager, why are you playing this dead wood that's not listening to you? So you're trying to tell me Ericsson cannot do what you're telling him to do? You trying to tell me Amrabat that you brought in, everything that you brought in cannot do what you want them to do, but Bruno that has been here doing Ole can do what you want them to do.
I am dropping Bruno for the next match, but I'm playing Mason Mount there because when you watch Mason Mount today, do you know what we saw him do? We saw him hold up the ball well. We saw him play the passes to the man and get it back and hold the ball. I don't think I saw him lose the ball once today, did we?
Wait, repeat that?
Did we see Mason Mount lose the ball once today?
No. I don't think
ahead of Bruno.
100% pass. No, to me, it's perfect substitution. Mount for Bruno. I don't get it. Listen, the moment this man is constantly playing Bruno day in day out, you're gone already. You're gone already because you're relying on this player that's not doing what you want to do.
No one else has been fit. No one else has been fit to play the 10.
Ericsson is there.
He's not going to play. Ericsson's not going to run, but Ericsson's not going to run back the way. He's not going to be a passion merchant the way. He's not going to be a passion merchant the way Bruno is.
If you want
Yeah,
running,
but guess what?
get
You've got
about
other players to do that job. You've got other players who can play as a passer.
Exactly.
Connor, who's been doing? Okay,
This is what
right.
Bruno running back. Bruno running back and doing this. He's a box-to-box player. He's not a 10. He's a box-to-box. So all he does is run around all day. He's a box-to-box player. If you're being truthful, because you're saying his energy, his running level. He's a box-to-box player. He's not a 10. He's not a 10. Kind of guy is a better 10 than him.
If you want to argue the case of Bruno's got to run back and forth, play him as an 8. Okay, who do we play as our current 8? Oh, it's Kobe Mainoo. Who would I have in the team? Kobe Mainoo or Bruno Fernandes? I'd rather have Kobe Mainoo, to be honest with you. Why? Because I know Kobe Mainoo's going to hold the ball. He's going to beat his man, and he's still going to get the fucking pass off to help the team.
Bro, let me not go into that.
But you know what's enough for Bruno? Bruno long ball. Oh, long ball.
Because I
He's
feel like
look at the type of chance that he creates. Like, what are we doing here? Hold on, today.
Calm down. Ulmo,
Don't forget his long ball to the
one
guy
thing
with
I
the
want to say
disabled
to you
section.
today.
He kept hitting with
If
it,
you're criticizing Bruno game today, you have to criticize Mainoo because it's his second game in a row he had a bad game. And because he's a youngster, I didn't mention it.
Mark, take them. You need them.
Okay.
Mainoo had a bad game.
All right,
What
so
do you mean?
let me just let mentally disappear. Where you going?
No, I'm here, man. I'm here.
All right, let me hear what mental points for the game was today. Then I'll go to I'll drop it down to let Mr. Bond have his say and Charles. Right? Mental.
I don't usually do I told you so, Mark, but I'm going to do it today. If you go back 1 week, right, on your stream where you'd said last 10 games, it was you, me, Vegeta, and Kenny. And you guys were saying there's only 3 banana skins: Arsenal, Liverpool, and Brighton. And what did I say?
Chelsea.
I said with this team, you guys are being overly optimistic. Every one of you said, Chelsea, we'll brush them aside. We'll smash them. I said, this is the Chelsea that hasn't been beaten by City. Liverpool needed a last-minute goal to beat them. You guys are brushing them aside too easily. But every one of you was, no, we'll beat them easily. And what happened? And what happened at Brentford? That's what I told you on that stream. Let's reevaluate after 2 games. Let's reevaluate after Brentford away and Chelsea away, and then see where we are. This team has no mentality. I left that comment on the stream today during the match as well. Even when we got the goal back, I said this team is mentally weak. We can't even hold the lead for 2 minutes. This season, we have conceded 2 goals in a space of 5 minutes or less, at least 5 times. That's the mentality of this team. You can never be safe with this team. Even if there is 1 second left, this team will find a way to concede a goal. And that's exactly what happened today. And you know why? Because there's no leaders in the team. You look at the last goal, man. You look at the last goal. It's a corner for Chelsea. Who's on the edge of the box who took the shot? Their most dangerous player, Cole Palmer. And what are Bruno and McTominay doing? Pointing to Cole Palmer and telling each other to go and cover him.
Yeah, well, if Bruno is the captain and he telling Scott McTominay go and cover him, Scott had to go.
Yeah, he can tell Scott McTominay, but he's the closest player to Cole Palmer if you look at that.
Yeah, but Bruno picking up other man, bro. So
there's no one he's picking, Mark. Have
bro, Bruno's listen to me, right? And I wanted to listen carefully because I feel like everybody here is just be talking about players because they see a player open. A central attacking midfielder and the striker, bro. 2 players are not so allowed to be in the boxes, be coached like that as a football team defensively. The central attacking midfielder, the man who's the most creative player, he stay on top of the box to get the rebound, to get the ball that come out loose from the box, right? And then to pass it to either the winger or your most forward attacking player, who's either Højlund or Rashford in this case at the moment, because Rashford was the one on the field. So while I agree that, maybe Bruno as the closer man should have made the run, he is in his position where he has to be. This is where he's coached to be, and it's not just under Ten Hag. Under every coach he possibly was coached under, that is where he would stand. If you look at De Bruyne, De Bruyne is never in the box defending a penalty.
Do you know where
De
Bruno
Bruyne
was?
is always on top of the box. If you look at Odegaard, it's the same place. All number 10s are positioned to the top of the box. They are not supposed to be marking a man.
Mark.
That is the difference.
Your argument doesn't hold any water. Go and look
how
back
could it
at
not
that
hold
goal.
water? This is
I'll
the
tell you
fact
why.
of
I'll tell you
football
why.
coaching,
Let
bro.
me tell you why.
So when you
Let me
talk
tell
about
you.
leadership and you talk about leadership, if your captain, I want you to understand what you're really saying, right? If your captain tell you, pick up that man, he is the captain. You have to listen. So if anybody wrong in this situation is Scott McTominay, not for listening to Bruno, because Bruno has to be where he is. That is his rule. When they're in a defensive position on top of the box for a corner. I don't know about you, bro, but that's where there's coach as a number 10. They tell you that is your position, not to enter the box.
Okay. Now can I speak?
They were all sleeping.
Now I'll tell you. You go and look back at that goal again. Do you know where Bruno is? He's marking the near post with nowhere near him for 10 yards. There's no one near him. He's not marking anyone. He's just standing there. And he's telling McTominay, who's behind him, to go and mark Cole Palmer.
What? McTominay was standing up behind Dalot for the corner. You talk about the corner where Cole Palmer scored, right? McTominay was standing behind Dalot. Dalot was to McTominay's left, right?
Okay.
And Scott McTominay was standing on the edge of the 6-yard box behind Dalot. And there was nobody on Scott McTominay. All Scott McTominay needed to do was take 4 steps forward. Literally. Charge at the man. Literally, bro.
No.
If he charged that Cole Palmer, he would have charged that shot down. The end.
Okay. You go back and look at it. McTominay is standing right in the middle.
Times, bro. I literally
McTominay
was watching the replay.
right in the middle of the 6-yard box. Go back and look at it. If you want to share your screen.
Scott McTominay, right? Where he was positioned, bro, he was closer to the man than Bruno. Right? I'm being real honest, bro.
He has 2 people in front of him. Go back and look at it again.
Anyway you take it, understand what I'm saying to you, bro. You still you saying that have no leaders on the field but then you're bypassing the fact that the leader on the field told him to go to the player. You understand what I'm saying? So if anybody not wrong in the situation is Scott McTominay because he didn't listen to his captain.
Okay.
So are you trying to say to me that Scott McTominay is okay that he don't listen to the captain on the field and do what he decide to do, and he's right for that? That's what you're saying.
No. What I'm saying is Bruno needs to decide what is best for the team. He can't just tell any player to go and mark someone who's free. When Scott McTominay is already in the middle of the 6-yard box, he's got the height. You want height in the box when there's corner coming in. You don't want Scott McTominay at the edge of the box marking.
Bro, they didn't swing the ball in the box, bro. So I'm trying to understand why you keep saying you want height in the box. Cole Palmer is not going to make a cross. Cole Palmer is going to shoot. If everybody on the panel here, I'm pretty sure they would agree with me that Cole Palmer is going to shoot in that situation. There was no situation where he was going to cross that.
Mark, Cole. I'm not talking about Cole Palmer putting in the cross. It's the corner taker who's going to put in the cross, right? So you need height in the box to defend that, and that's McTominay, right?
So what about Willie Kwambala in the box? He taller than McTominay.
We have 5-6 players in the box, but McTominay is one of them. That's what I'm saying.
All right, but then if the captain, understand what I keep trying to tell you. You just said your statement started. There are no leaders on the field, right? And I am trying to tell you that the leader on the field said to Scott McTominay, "Go and mark that man."
Okay, all right.
What is the response to that?
Let's leave this point because we're going around in circles. You're not agreeing to what I'm saying. I'm not agreeing to what.
No, so hold on. So quickly. Right. So wait, quickly. So I've gone onto YouTube because the image is already obviously.
Oh,
sorry. Did we lose Rajan?
I don't know. He disappeared. Well, he's there, but I'm not hearing him. Yeah, we could move on from that point.
Right, then. No, can you hear me now? Sorry.
Yeah, I can hear you now, bro.
Right. You've got McTominay, Kambala, Maguire, and someone else on the far post marking two people. Bruno is pointing to McTominay to go out to Palmer because there's four of them marking two people mental ball. I've literally got the like I tried to send a screenshot of the image, but I don't know how you do it in StreamYard. There is four of them marking two people in the box, and if you move if you move it further on, the entire box is just Man United players. Not one person has gone out to Cole Palmer.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
there again, I say to you, mental, as you said, it have no leadership on the field. So that's the only reason I cracking down on that statement.
Okay.
Because
All
if
right.
the captain tell
It's
you,
not just that instance. If you remember my comment where you said in the live stream as well in the watch along when I said look at Bruno's body language, it's pathetic. As soon as
that
we
was in
went
the third
1-0
minute
down,
of the game, right? I just wanted to understand.
as soon as we
He
went
just get
1-0
two
down,
fouls. The plays went against him,
it
and we
doesn't
concede a
matter
goal.
whether we got one foul or not. He has
What,
body language that is not of a leader.
bro?
That's what I'm
Listen,
saying.
I feel like you see this body language thing. I want to talk about it in our stream. I will do that probably not tomorrow, but on Monday, because I'm being real honest with some of you guys, bro. Like, I could understand if Bruno kick it, he just wasting all the balls around the field, and his body language as he throwing his head up in the air for the last 15, 20 minutes in a game, right? But that wasn't today. I mean, for the
Okay.
first 5 minutes, he probably was frustrated that we concede and whatnot. But after that moment, you said that. At which point you see Bruno was being wasteful. At which point you see Bruno was looking like he was not into the game. He had a better game today than most games. I
I'm
mean,
not saying he had a bad game or a bad game than any other player in our team. What I'm saying is his body language is pathetic. It doesn't inspire anyone in the team. It brings the team morale down. That's all I'm saying.
why
But
would it bring the
let's
team
leave the
morale
body
down if
language
they
aside.
know
If you want
he's
to
a
do it on
passionate
another
player,
stream,
bro?
that's fine. But if we come back to the game as well, right? Eric Ten Hag's tactics. What was he trying to do in the last 15 minutes? I didn't understand. It's the 80th minute or the 81st minute in the game, and we started doing tiki-taka football and keeping the ball where we could have tried to go for another goal. And he's telling the players, keep the ball, take it in the corner. What's that football? We don't have the players to do that, man. We don't have
No,
the
but
players to
you
keep
know,
the
you all
ball.
keep saying that you want the man to coach, you want the man to keep the ball at the end of the game, you want to close off games. Where's the game management? This is game management.
This is
Now,
not game management.
understand what I'm
When you have
saying.
20 minutes of the game to go,
How
you
20
don't
minutes?
start
Nobody
keeping the
knew it
ball.
was going to be 10 minutes. Was on the 80th minute, the 88th minute when because Mason Mount came in when on the 85th minute or something like that. So when Mason Mount came in, the instruction was, to slow the game down because they could see Anthony, like I was mentioning on stream, Anthony was holding the ball up and taking it as far down and playing with it and drawing as much time as possible on the ball. And yeah, I feel like this is what we was all criticizing the manager for in a lot of games this season where we concede late. Why can't we just keep the ball? It's one of the most hymned choruses that fans was talking about Ten Hag. So as you said, you saw him telling the players, hey, keep the ball, carry down to the corner flag, keep this, keep that, try to keep it, try to hold possession and so we can see out the game. But the guys lost possession. So maybe some of the players really not good enough. Maybe this manager need new players
That's
because,
true. That's
and
true.
like at the same time, I'm not gonna keep saying. Basically, I looking at it like this, right? Look at we have only 4 defenders fit right now. Everybody else injured in the back, right? So he have to change his tactics now to suit these 4 defenders, and Maguire gonna be partnering Willie Kwambala.
Can you mute whoever is snoring first? I don't know who it
Who
is.
is that fall asleep there, bro?
Might be Vegeta.
Definitely,
Yeah.
Vegeta knocked out. Yeah, he had the baby on him too, so probably that's why. Big up to him though. But you
Yo,
want to know
can I
something?
come in?
Go ahead, Mr. Bond. Go ahead.
All right,
I know you're waiting a while.
I've had a lot of stuff today. I've had a lot of stuff, and
Bro, I've
it's
been waiting for
Let
time.
Charles go first
it's
now because Charles has
Like,
been waiting before you,
bro,
Mr. Bond, to be fair.
okay, Charles. Okay, Charles.
So let
I
Charles
feel
go and
like
then you'll come back in.
this game was everything that was advertised. It was the El Modico. We knew what we were going to see coming into this. Yeah. I don't think anybody is surprised in terms of the quality of goals that were scored today. Everything was pretty much given. On blaming Eric Ten Hag, I don't blame Eric Ten Hag for precisely the last moments that we lost the game. What I do blame him for is the overall quality of the game.
Yes,
And
sir.
in saying that, I don't mean like, oh, the players are good. I feel like this is where everyone gets it wrong. Saying that Ten Hag is at fault for the way the match showed it, or there was no quality whatsoever. It was end to end rubbish. Honestly, there
Yes.
was nothing there whatsoever. The players are to blame because in that final minute, all Chelsea did was they took a quick corner, and all the players, if you watch, I think Rashford was still jogging back. McTominay was looking for his marker. Bruno was standing around. Once they took the quick corner, that's when everybody started pointing hands. Nobody took responsibility for that one. I will blame the players for the penalties that were given away. I will blame the players also and the ref to some degree because I think those were soft. And I feel like again, we're all deep in it because if this match happened in isolation, we would all say it was just a bad day at the office. That's what we all say. The penalties that were given, the soft penalties, the last minute goal, all things considered, Palmer's shots shouldn't have gone in. It was a Hail Mary. It was hit and hope. The shot wasn't particularly good. It didn't have any type of direction. It was hit and hope, and it paid off. Let's not wrap it as if it was some unknown quality that we did not know was coming. We are over deep in this situation because Ten Hag out people really don't like Ten Hag. Ten Hag inners really don't like the players. But the truth is, this match was somewhere in the middle. Everybody was poor. It was a poor game, and it had a very, very useless poor ending, like it was meant to have. The fact that, to be honest, I didn't believe the scoreline until like 30 minutes after the match ended. I thought it was just vibes. Honestly, I did not know what was going on. But we need to calm down. In terms of El Modicos, today we are mudded. But in that match, we went from 2-0 to 2-2 to 3-2. Everybody was gassed. The team was playing well. We got injuries, and that's anything anybody wants to say. Losing two center backs in a game where we all know worst case scenario, 90th minute would have had three center backs on the pitch, all things being fair. We would have had Varane, Evans, and Maguire on that pitch to seal out the game. Ten Hag didn't have that option. Now people are saying he should have brought on Amrabat, but that is hindsight talking. As Mr. Mark said at the 95th minute, we were all here thinking the game is done. Next thing you know, all hell broke loose. Like it can only break loose in an El Modico. We just have to take these hits. Again, it's nothing we haven't seen this season. It's normal. We should be used to this. We know that games like this are going to come. We've seen from this manager and these players, this is what is going to happen. That is why I am more like Eric Ten Hag out. Let the players too that are rubbish follow him. We have a new structure coming in. We all said when this structure comes, everything is going to get better. We cannot now say when the structure has come that things can only get better if we have Eric Ten Hag. That makes no sense.
I'm not saying that as well, but I would
But
say this much, right? And I'm being honest when I say this. I think with the new structure, it will benefit Ten Hag. And I think if we get rid of some players and bring in some players that actually fit the profile of our attacking, expansive possession style football, we will genuinely have do better. No,
but
no, I'm not saying it have to be Ten Hag. He's the man to take us to the promised land. And the reason why I'm not saying that is because I, as of Ten Hag, I still would like to see a little more from him, a little better performances. You know, understand?
yeah,
Do a little more. But at the same time, I had to sit on reason on the fact that I never see a rebuild in any club that's successful with no player exits.
true.
And when I say player exits from the starting 11, the core of the problem.
True.
You know, and if we believe in Ralph Ragnick, bro, we never had that open heart surgery, really.
Okay.
And as much as he could adapt and adapt and adapt, think about it like this, right? Basically, he adapting all season to different parts of the injuries, different parts of injuries from the defect, from left back to center back to midfield to striker to winger and all of the other shit that went on with this season, right? And while that might not be an excuse, as a factor in the way things panned out, because if you notice, we always adjusting to something. You know, then we get a run where we a little consistent, we win some games. We adjust, we lose some players again, we adjust, you know, it faulty, it's shaky.
Now that's the thing. I don't think we win games based on adjustments. I think we win games based on players' purple patches. Look at it. The games we won, Hoyland was off on like 7 goals in 6 games. Garnacho was doing 1 good game, 1 bad game. 1 game, 2 goals, 1 game, no goals. Rashford hit form in the Wolves game, in the Liverpool game. It's always down to the players picking up individual form, which is kind of like Oli. But the thing is, kind of what you said is you've never seen a rebuild where the players in the first team don't leave. I would like to say that we have lost some first team players. Hell, Ten Hag has brought in some first team players. And at the same time, I don't think I've ever seen a takeover where the manager that was there at the time of the takeover still stays after the takeover. It makes more sense entirely for these people to bring in their own guy because they know.
Why are you saying that though? That it only makes sense to bring in a new coach? Because I've seen a few rebuilds on some clubs that didn't bring in a new manager, but they went all to be successful. So
which one?
Huh?
Which one?
Dortmund was one of those clubs.
What? Bayern on the Bundesliga. What's success?
Hold on 1 second. I think Mr. Bond.
Yeah, I just need to just chip in and say this. I've heard too many things about the players, this and this and this. Why couldn't the players hold the ball in the last few minutes of the game? Why do we seem to have this problem? You see, there's what's it called? Occam's razor, which is summarized as keep it simple, stupid. The simplest explanation is the right one. In this case, the players cannot keep the ball because they don't know how to. Why don't they know how to? Because they are not being trained. It's simple. It's simple. No, wait, hold up. It's not bad luck. It's not. We've seen it happen too many times to establish a pattern. They're not being trained properly. And you know why I know this for a fact? Wait. You know I know for a fact? I know this for a fact because if we played, let's say, Everton, they'll hold the ball in the last 10 minutes. We have better players than them. Yes. If we played Aston Villa, they'll hold the ball in the last 10 minutes. We have better players than them. Almost every team in the league will do what they're meant to do. But only us. Let me give you something that's going to shock you right now. Maybe it wouldn't because you're used to mediocrity at this stage. Which team has faced the least shots in the league this year? Arsenal, 77 shots. Their keeper has kept the clean and highest number of clean sheets, followed by Man City 98. Guess who is in third? Tottenham 98. Tottenham have only conceded. In fact, Tottenham actually are tied with Man City, joint second. How do we reconcile the fact that they play expansive gung-ho football with the fact that they don't concede shots? It's their coach. Their coach.
It's not just the coach, bro. Come on.
Hold up. Let me cook. Their coach is doing what he's meant to be doing because a lot of these players were there last year when they were a disgrace. A lot of them are still there. So Ten Hag has had 2 years to change. He's had 4 transfer windows. Ange has had 2. And
Ange got players in both windows, right?
Ange has had 2. And they've been a highly successful 2. The biggest indictment for Ten Hag for me is fundamentals. The fundamentals of football, passing. People like to talk about. Hold on. Let me finish this cook. Let me finish this cook out. People talk about people like Arteta. They talk about Klopp. People forget that before Klopp got Robertson, he took that Spanish guy, I've forgotten his name now, the little Spanish left back,
Moreno.
blonde hair. Moreno. He took him to his peak. Moreno actually played well, but he just wasn't good enough. How many players in our team right now has Ten Hag taken to their peak? This is the question you ask. Ten Hag,
I can call them out. Call them out.
Before this guy left,
Rashford.
Ten Hag, what's his name again? Klopp took Origi to his peak before he left. Every single player that left under Klopp had basically been maxed out. And then they realized
how many seasons?
Wait, hold up. Have you forgotten that? Have you forgotten that his first year they did get to the Europa League final 2 years in a row? They beat us on the way. Don't forget that.
Yeah, but his first season also finished 8th.
See, listen.
Like
Mark. So, in today's football, with any rebuild, any new manager, the most basic thing is possession. It's the most, and the thing that makes our team. Let me finish. The thing that makes our case thoroughly egregious is that it's not like our players are the scrubs of the league. Our players are actually some of the best in Europe, but we're making them look like the scrubs of the league. I can't stomach another. Hold up. Let me finish. I can't stomach another Bruno Fernandes is bad story. I can't do it. Marcus Rashford it can be trashy. It can be this and this. I agree. But in the league, he's still one of the best wingers. It's a fact. It's just a fact. No.
One of the best forwards in the league.
I don't even like him. But the fact is that when we talk like this, we make it look like, oh yeah, we'll be better off having Thomas Suchek instead of Casemiro. Yeah. Let's go get Wissa and play him ahead of Højlund. That's how we talk. Like our players are rubbish.
Not really. Look. I feel that's a bro.
The fundamentals are missing.
Wait. Hold on. Fundamentals is one thing, bro, but you don't have to coach fundamentals to professionals. This is a fact.
Yeah, no, you do.
No. You ain't hearing me here, bro. You ain't hearing me. Because if you was hearing me, you would understand what I mean by that. These are professionals. You just say somebody best in Europe, right? I'm just being honest with you. Why a manager have to, the fifth manager that they have, some of them, these players, two of them that you talk about, C3 managers, right?
Mark, I'm so sorry for sounding like this, but
it's fine. It's all good, bro.
No. I mean for interrupting, because I'm actually at a car wash. And I'm going to put on mute while I wash the car. But I just want to say these things before I start washing the car. Now you guys can cook. The point I'm making is this. I've told you before, Golden State Warriors prime, Klay Thompson, Steph Curry, Draymond Green. You cannot coach them because you're a trash coach.
Bro, they are. Bro. In their prime. Wait. No, I'm not letting you finish. No, I'm not letting you finish. No.
Let me finish.
No. Right. No, I'm not doing that because in their prime, they also had Kevin Durant. Don't do that, right? That was a super.
Hold on. You're missing the point. Let me finish.
Mark, man, what are we doing? Let me finish.
Let me make my point. Even if, I'm sorry for using basketball. Prime Real Madrid, 3 Champions League in a row. You cannot coach them because you're a trash coach. I'm a trash coach as well. The point here is at the elite level of any game. Let me finish. At the elite level of any game, let me finish. At the elite level of any game, snooker, cricket, rugby, American football, coaching matters. The margins matter. Let me tell you what the margins look like. The margins look like one coach decides on 2 weeks extra during preseason, because the 2 weeks extra will mean that in the last 10 minutes of every game, his team will have an extra energy. Margins can be as simple as changing the position of a right wing back to a full-on flat right back. Those are the margins. Every game we go into, we are beating on the fundamentals. You are telling me that we have all these players, so why can't they just possess the ball? Because the other team has a manager that has put them in certain places of the pitch to make it difficult for us to move the ball. If Man United came and played with my secondary school team, they'll have 100% possession because
Bro,
those
how
are the
long is this
margins.
point? How
No,
long
no,
is this
no,
point?
hold up, hold up,
This is
hold up.
long.
Come
They
on,
will have.
no. What
Let
do
me
you mean?
finish.
What do
You
you
are
mean? Hold
making
up?
this.
It's a new day,
You're making this point last longer by interrupting me. Thank you.
bro. All you be doing is
Listen,
making a point. Like, come on,
no,
man.
no, no, no. Listen, at the elite level, margins matter. You're making me repeat my point. Margins matter. When we play against Brighton in the first 20 minutes, we gave them hell.
Oh
All
my
De Zerbi
god,
had to
man.
do, all De Zerbi had to do was shift the position of one man, Lewis Dunk. He shifted his position and we lost it. We couldn't possess the ball
You know,
anymore. Those are the
Mr. Bond.
margins. Those are the margins. When Pep in his first season,
That has
again,
nothing to do with Chelsea,
I
though.
keep saying it. He had Demichelis, he had Fabian Delph, he had Joe Hart. These players were not fit for purpose, but
Bro, not
you could actually see that they could.
Delph
You're going
balled
too
though.
far, bro.
Delph balled though.
Go
Stop
and
saying
watch the
that.
can
Delph
come back,
actually
bro.
did
Because I'm
business
telling you,
Bro,
bro,
it's
you'll
just
probably
waffle.
be
It just
here.
got waffle. It just got
But you
waffle.
went too much, bro. You're doing too much there,
Bro,
bro.
Delph did business, yeah.
Catch-
And the thing is, everything he says doesn't apply to this game, bro. This game was just El Modico. It was trash. It was unlucky. That's why I keep saying. If you look at this game, yeah, the goals that were considered, soft penalties and goals literally given away. The last shot from Palmer was a hit and hope. If McTominay didn't try to block it, Onana most likely saves it. This is not down to anything other than just luck. That is my problem with this game. People are so vexed right now, which is understandable, that they are going to put games like this down to the manager. He mentioned Tottenham. Wasn't there a game where Tottenham were like drawing 1-1 and in like 5 minutes they lost it 3-2 or something? Highline for life. These games happen. The problem with it happening right now is it's happened so many times. People have taken this game as, oh, it is Eric Ten Hag's fault. When not really. If you're saying the overall play that we were trash, fine. But those last minutes where we went from 3-2 to 4-3, that is solely down to lack of concentration, luck,
All
and
on the
lack of
players, last
quality on
minute.
the players. Those three things, not Eric Ten Hag. In that moment, when Eric Ten Hag is saying everybody calm down, stay focused, and there's a quick corner, three people are pointing like that Spider-Man picture. Bro, that's not the manager. I want Eric Ten Hag out because the overall quality of the game was mud. But I'm not going to come and sit here and say we lost that game because of Eric. Because in all actuality, if a game like that happened and we were on a 10-game winning streak, we would say we were just unlucky. It wasn't our day. Right now, we're just using causation and correlation and confusing both things. Let the manager breathe for today. The emphasis should be really on the players and just the fact that that match was so shit. Like, I don't even know how we could have ended any other way. We just have to firm it and move.
Bro,
That's
2 minutes
all.
from full time. I was ready to celebrate already to make a reaction. Making the reaction time while I live and bam, penalty. You know,
Yeah,
and I
it's
keep,
just
and I know one thing, bro. I had to keep talking about that penalty because
nobody
it's
touched him
crazy
and
How
he just
football,
fell.
bro.
VAR just did
how
us
is that a
wrong.
penalty? There
Exactly.
was no contact on
Exactly.
bloody Madueke. There was no contact.
So how
No,
can
but
you
Come on,
blame?
guys. Come on.
So
That
now,
is
how
it.
do you
That
blame
is a
the
penalty.
players for
How
the
how
how
is
is that
that
a
a
penalty?
penalty?
or the
When did he
manager
make
How is
for
that
contact
even a
with
switching?
penalty?
Madueke, bro? I watched
Twice.
Madueke take 3 steps after Dalo done fall down and
Madueke
then
literally
just
just
drop
trip
down to the
himself.
right.
That's not even a penalty.
It
Come
isn't,
on.
Come
I
on.
but
mean,
it was
okay, I
as
can
soon as
understand you
it
guys
was
saying it's
given,
not a
we all
penalty
knew
right
it was
after the
going to
game,
be given.
but once you guys calm down, I think you'll agree it's a penalty. He's
It's
running
not.
at a
Where
high
is the
pace.
It's not.
penalty?
Gallo is
It's not.
falling
I could
over.
never agree with that being a penalty, man. Talk. I play real football, bro, and to get a penalty in my time, you have to get a
Just
man have to cut through you brutal
just think
because
of the penalties we haven't been given, and then look at what Madueke did. Like Mark said, Dalo touched him with his hand. This brother took 3 steps and was like, "Yeah, this ball is getting away. Onana is right there. I'm just going to dip." Once the ref gave that penalty, it was going to be given. Once they didn't say go to the screen and look at it, it was always going to be given. That's not down to Eric. That's not down to the players. That is just down to being unlucky when it comes to of officiating. The Cole Palmer goal, there was no quality in it. He just got it, looked up, and was like, I'm just going to shoot and hope. Hit and hope. It was going straight to Onana. McTominay did his job and tried to defend the ball. If he didn't defend it and the ball went in, why didn't McTominay move? This is what I don't understand about these players. Put your body on the line. He put his body on the line, deflected into the post. This is all McTominay's fault. Look at him. Look at the defending. Like, calm down, guys. This is a modded game. It was always good to have a modded ending. The only problem right now is Chelsea fans are chatting to us, and all we can do is fem it. That is all. We can't beat ourselves. We just have to take it on the chest and move. We have
This is the one
Liverpool
game.
next. Fem it.
This is the
Nothing else.
one game, bro. And I being real. You see, I don't even really want to blame nobody, bro. Manager, team.
Just fem
It's
it.
a tough loss. We lost. Because, bro, I can't listen, I don't know if it's just me, bro. But I'm on this watch football from other leagues and thing, and I'm on this watch football. I watch other teams play and thing during the week because man doing watch alongs for that all the time. So I try to listen to keep up abreast what's going on. Not that really too interested, but the one thing I could say though is that the refereeing so inconsistent that
exactly
like that really and truly sometimes I feel like how is the Premier League the best league? Because if I watch the German Bundesliga, bro, that shit is definitely not going to be a foul. As long as they can't see a clear impact, right, from Dalot that definitely going to throw him down to the ground. That was going to be a yellow card for him. And like, I can't recall the last time that a player who wasn't a United player get a yellow card for diving.
Like I said, like the Premier League is just PR. That is all they have. PR and money. Because they have the money, officially they are the best team. Because they have I think isn't it Spanish players have said it once or twice, or who said it over in Spain. The way the English media work, they get a player that plays good for 3 games, big him up to one of the best in the world. Meanwhile, English clubs face other European teams in European competition and crash out.
Bro, Cole Palmer today. So I don't know what commentary you're getting. The English commentary here, you'd have thought he scored the greatest hat. You would have thought he scored the greatest hat trick, right? In the world's ever seen.
But again, look at the goals. Two were penalties that he wasn't involved in, and one was literally just hit and hope. There was no aim. When I saw the guy shoot, he didn't pick out a corner. If McTominay wasn't there, that ball literally goes into Nana's gloves. But luck wasn't on our side. We just have to firm this loss.
No. I'm not buying the luck thing, man. No, it's not luck.
It is. Look at it. Look at where the shot was.
You don't lose so many games in extra time and drop points so many times based on luck in the season. No.
It's football.
Yes, exactly. Things like this happen in football. Like because it has happened so many times for other reasons doesn't mean that this time it is that reason that it happened. Yeah, that's why I said it is unlucky, because again, if we were on a winning streak, we would look at this as just an unlucky El Modico. Because against Brentford, we considered late, and we've been considering late all season. All of a sudden, this is a pattern. But look at the goals that were scored. The penalty is controversial. The hit and hope is controversial. The goals that we even scored, it wasn't like we had any good piece of play apart from the Anthony cross to Garnacho. More times, the goals were given to us. On the day, we just happened to be more mudded in the final minutes. That is all. We have to firm it and move. This isn't the game where you're like Ten Hag was tactically off. Because again, 90 plus 5, I was thinking, like we have mudded Chelsea. I was about to send out my broadcast messages to the Chelsea brethren. 2 minutes later, my phone is on do not disturb. That's not really down to Eric. You look at the players. Dalot gives away a penalty, but he doesn't touch man.
Okay, can I ask a question? How many of you think we'll be able to get more than 16 points out of the remaining 24?
I don't. That's why
I don't.
I'm Eric Ten Hag out.
Right. So that'll get us less points than Moyes' season.
And he should be sacked.
And
Why
yeah,
should
it's
he?
both you,
Like, I mean,
both me and both Charles and I are both Ten Hag out, so I don't understand the premise of the question. Sorry.
Like, he has to leave.
Okay, so the question was directed at Mark. Then Mark is definitely Ten Hag in. I'm still on the fence.
Regardless of what happened in the next 9 games, I'm not sacking this manager because
Mark from sorry, Mark. Hold on, just for me, yeah. This man broke a 93-year-old record before Christmas. Wait, no. You might not care, but right, a 93-year-old record of the amount of losses Man United accumulated before Christmas. Yeah.
So, bro,
How many?
right?
Do you know? Hang on. Do you know how much history? Do you know what's happened in 93 years? Most of Africa found independence from colonization. A bunch of countries got formed. Brother, most of the people that saw that aren't even alive, right?
Yeah, but
that's how old that record is.
Right? Let me tell you something, and I want to hear him out on this one. It's not like I don't respect that, another that didn't feel bad about it, and yeah, that shouldn't happen, blah blah blah. But at the end of the day, bro, like, we in a fucking rebuild. I don't know why man keep acting like we supposed to be fucking in top 4 every single season, winning, competing for a fucking title in a rebuild with a fucking shit squad, right?
Bro, I'm not. Wait. I'm not acting like we need to be in top 4. But when these same wankers were playing under Ollie was supposed to be a worse manager. No, wait. Ollie was supposed. Ollie's supposed to be a worse manager than this guy, and he didn't. But he didn't break a 93-year-old record.
True,
this guy's supposed to be. This guy's won a Carabao Cup. And people comparing this guy.
Okay, all right, let me start.
Mark,
here, right?
People comparing this guy. Wait.
Bro. Ollie had a better
McTominay and Fred. McTominay and Fred. No, I'm not doing this, man. I'm not doing this,
bro. Ollie didn't have Pogba.
Bro, Pogba, who barely played in his last season, who was out for about 4 months.
Pogba scored match-winning goals in many of the games he played under Ollie, bro.
No, he didn't, man.
I being honest, bro. Ollie had a better strike force any day of the week. He had a fit. He had Zlatan. No, he didn't have Zlatan. He had Cavani.
He had Lukaku. Brother, he got rid of Lukaku 4 months later because he didn't want him. Lukaku played in Paris, and after that, he disappeared off the planet.
Maguire and McTominay, and what the club saying? No, they staying, bro. So we go and listen. I hear all the man, and I hear all the man, bro. But I hear all the man, but hear what going on, right? If we don't have the same energy for the next manager that come in, I can't hear nobody again, bro. Because listen, I telling all the man them no, bro. We could sack Ten Hag and move on. Because at the end of the day, I still am Manchester United fan, bro. You understand what I'm saying? I have my tattoo on my hand, bro. So I can literally see it here. They don't know what time it is. I'm not going to change being a Manchester United fan, right? But what I could tell all your man now is that if we can't take the loss, bro, and finish fucking 6th one season under a new manager, bro, who, like we will say, he didn't get the players he needed in the squad to fit his system to be back up. We see what's going on with the defense. We see what's going on with the midfield. And we know this man wanted players and was limited by FFP because the club say, we're not spending the money, bro. Even if they could have spent the money, they didn't spend the money. So they didn't back him, right? When we know since season 1, we needed 7 to 10 players to leave this club, bro. Right? The problem is for me is that because I is not a monk, I could see that Rashford should have been sold 2 seasons ago. It would be better for United. It's like Harry Kane and Tottenham, bro. Harry Kane was keeping Tottenham back from being successful, no matter how they tried to rebuild with different manager and different man. Harry Kane was the problem. Look, he going to Bayern, bro. Just how good it is, bro. He going to Bayern, and Bayern can't win shit. You know why? Because he is the problem.
I don't think Hurricane.
Bro, the Hurricane is not the problem. I buy
Bro,
it.
he is the problem. Listen to me. It has certain players in this world, wherever it is they do in life and wherever it is they do in the games, their karma is not to win nothing in their lifetime, bro.
No. I bet you next season Kane wins the league. That's
next. I could sit here and bet you now if Ten Hag get 2 center backs and 2 midfielders, we challenging for the title next season.
We ain't challenging. We ain't challenging. No, we're not challenging. No, we're not challenging for shit. We're not challenging for shit.
Based on the fact that you see in this, but I see in
you have just Mark. You have just said this man. You have just said this guy's attack is worse than what Oli had, and you're saying 2 midfielders and 2 centre backs are going to change everything.
I feel
what is it?
Because you see, you don't understand what I saying. You looking at it from an agenda. I looking at it like, listen, if I add 4 pieces into this team, I switch Rashford out and I could bring out a winger who priorities to get assists, like let me say a Jacob Ramsey, who's averaged 12 assists a season. Rashford don't do that. Not in the Premier League. Not once in his career, right? So if I get a winger who averaging 12 assists in the Premier League every season, right? I just showing you the match, right? That means my striker go and score 12 goals. Just from assists, chances created, not from what he creating for himself, right? And if I add a midfielder who have the destroying ability and mobility and more mobility than Casemiro, my midfield stronger. If I put in a centre back who could run, tackle, and do everything like Martinez is do, but with a right foot that going to be available for 10, 20 games for the season, my team going to do much better. I can tell man now.
No, now see, this is
that's disingenuous. Sorry,
that's not disingenuous, bro. Because listen, right?
It really is. Because
listen, 2 things is the biggest problem this season. I'm just finish my point, bro.
Yeah.
Right? 1 is consistency. 2 is availability. If you look at the amount of games we had different defenders unavailable, if we could have 2 defenders, 1 like a Martinez and 1 who could play on the right and do the Varane role, and they could be available for 25 games, bro, in a row, then we still have Martinez and somebody else to come in like a Kwambala, right? We will definitely have a much better performance with consistency in the back line. Last season,
a Kambala that he refuses to play. A Kambala that he refuses to play now.
Refusing to play Kambala, bro. And this is the thing I keep trying to tell, man.
No, Mark.
No, bro, because listen, I was going to tell you now, right? One of the biggest reasons Kwambala was not playing because he was ill for 2 weeks.
Brother, right? So this man is playing injured player. So this man is playing injured players and ill players.
Okay, but he play injured and ill players. But let me be real, bro. You saying he playing injured players. When the man get clearance from the medical staff to play the players, where were him to do not to play them? Who not go and play this? No, look, Pep say the same thing out in our. You know that's the funny thing. Pep doing it right through week in week out. Nobody blaming Pep. Klopp doing it. Nobody blaming Klopp. But it's 10
brother, no. I'm so bored of this Klopp and Pep comparison. Yeah, people want to take selective bits of Klopp and Pep. Klopp's first 3 years, there was a Europa League final and a Champions League final in his third year.
When the Europa League final he went to, bro. He get that from the season before because his first season he finished 9th, bro. So wait.
Did he achieve? When he achieved Champions League, he went to the Champions League final the next season. Correct.
No,
Season 2.
His squad in that season. How many players he bought? How many players? 17. 17.
He didn't buy 17 players. He didn't buy 17. He bought 9. He bought 9 different players. The same Ten Hag has
his first window. The second summer,
he didn't buy. No, there was a bunch of loans in his first. There was a bunch of
Mohamed Salah and these guys
in his third season. In his third season, he bought Mo Salah.
Sadio Mane and them coming in the season, bro. The man have more signings. So I just
he has the same amount of signings as Ten Hag.
We know the squad, what the squad was offering before Ten Hag come here, bro.
No, bro, this is what I mean. No, but this is no, Mark, wait, Mark, right? Everyone wants to jump, right? Everyone wants to jump on. Oh, look what he did compared to Klopp. What he did compared to selectively against Pep and Klopp. When I start bringing in the whole comparison of the season, then it's he had this signing. The goalposts change. All right. Why do the goalposts? Why do the goalposts change?
Bro, I still feel like you men not understanding.
Is he
from being a counter-attacking team to play to a team that want to play possession-based football? So the easiest thing to quantify for me is the fact that the majority of the players that was in that squad that was playing counter-attacking not suited to play in this style, and it will take some time for them to even learn to play the style more than a
So
season.
go back. So when if you have people that are not fit enough to do the job, go back to this. Why are you trying to implement a system where your players aren't good enough to play the system? If your job is on the line, if I'm a manager, if a manager's job on the line, why do you keep
This is the next thing that people understanding with everybody. Everybody have this assumption his job on the line, bro. Let me be realistic about things. In football, there has been multiple samples and sample size for managers who have seen new owners come into clubs and were not sacked the very next season, right? Multiple.
And there's also been multiple samples of the exact opposite. So
this is why I'm not. This is why I'm not mentioning it, because look, just as much as you want to be balanced and say, well, the manager job could be on the line, that is not even a. Let me leave that out for now, because listen, his first season for me is enough credit for him to even finish 6th this season, because I didn't expect us to reach 3rd and play 2 cup finals last season. I'm being honest. I thought he was going to finish 4th, and that was that. The end.
You mentioned Klopp, and the fact that he finished 9th in his first season. In the seasons prior to that, did his team get better or worse?
They finished 5th season before, so they had to be better.
Yeah, so after finishing 9th, Liverpool kept on getting better and better. And that is how it was with Pep also.
They finished 6th last season, so technically that it's not making sense that they're in 1st this season, right?
Bro, they won a league. They won a league title. They won a league title two. They won a league title 2 seasons before. Right, we're nowhere near a league title. Come on, man.
My own point is, I haven't seen a rebuild happen like this, where the first season is good, the second season is a direct regression, and then the third season, out of nowhere,
I can't say it's a direct regression because we have so many injuries. We didn't have the back line available for like 10 games start the season anyway.
Now I hear that, but I'm not saying like we are losing games because we don't have players. You can still, like, even when Liverpool were losing last season, we could see their style of play.
But they have listen.
Hold on.
The problem with seeing Liverpool style of play is you're comparing a team that was in a system for 8 years.
Let me make my point, because you also said many things like Ten Hag needs wingers that go for assists, not goals. The truth of the matter is the 2 wingers he has favored, Garnacho and Rashford, they are not the kind that are assist first. These are goal scorers. These are goal scoring wingers. That is who he has favored on the wings. He has had players like, I'm not even saying like I want to keep Anthony, but Anthony is a pass first player. Anthony looks for passes. Garnacho doesn't. Rashford doesn't. Sancho does. Pellistri does. Ahmad does. Eriksen does. Look at the players that he has chosen to back. That shows you that the kind of players he is looking for, we don't even know. The system he wants to play, I think it is one thing. You think it is another thing. YG thinks it's another thing. Everybody thinks it's something different. It was never like that for Liverpool, for Man City, even for Arsenal.
Yeah, but all those clubs had clearances, bro, to help the system flourish in the first 2-3 seasons.
Before
and wait, and furthermore, even if you want to say their progress was linear, right, which I could understand and I could agree, in some instances, right? That the progress was linear.
It is linear.
Their first season was nothing like his first season. Like they
That
finished
is
ninth, then they
exactly.
finished fifth, and then
That
Klopp
is
was what
exactly.
second and then first, something like that.
Yes.
I'm just saying, this is just me. This is
Mhm.
just me, bro. Progress not linear, right?
Oh my
One.
days.
I don't
You
believe
can't,
that.
no, see,
And if you want to tell
can't
me
bring
that, bro,
clubs up as
listen.
an example, and then like the other guy said, when it doesn't suit you, you now switch it. You switch the post.
Bro, I
If
keep
you're going
saying
to
that. I
compare
keep
us,
saying that progress not linear. I always said that, bro.
No, hang on. Wait, Mark.
you
Wait,
cannot
Mark.
compare us
What?
to clubs whose progress has been linear. You have to show me a club that has done what we are currently
Yeah,
doing
but I could
and
show
has had
that there are
success.
reasons why that is not based on just Klopp, that their progress was linear. I would
Brother.
attribute half of that success to the fact that they brought in enough players to suit his system.
Brother,
In the
Liverpool were
Club
considered
got
broke for years. They were not going
Club,
every transfer window buying 6-7 players. Like the brother said, we have bought as many players as Klopp bought in 2 seasons. Eric Ten Hag has signed what 15 to 17 players in two seasons.
Are you including
Between
the loans, or you're
I
talking
would
about
include
just the
the
regular
loans because
signings?
loans went from a club to our own. They Sabitzer was at Bayern,
Well,
he was at Manchester United. That is a signing. It is a
that's a
short-term
loan, bro.
signing. No. It
All
is a
club signings
short-term
was
signing.
permanent. All, every
Relax,
last one.
Mark, can I
relax.
finally
Don't
talk
forget,
now?
because
Go ahead now, bro.
Sabitzer came with the hope of making it permanent. We were all thinking of making it permanent. Same with Amrabat there. He was loaned to make permanent. The only people I will agree are the lone striker, Mr. Horse. He was just there, for like vibes. Him and let's say Region, because again, medical situation telling us we will have two left backs January. We don't even have one now in March. I would give him Region and I'll give him Workhorse. But everything else, even without them, you take them out. That is still what? 15 signings, give or
No,
take.
it's not 15 signings, it's actually 12.
Okay, he has had 12 signings in 2
12
seasons, and
signings.
we have
Onana,
regressed.
Mount, Casemiro,
Yeah, Mount, Casemiro,
Martinez, Malacia,
Malacia, Lisandro.
Hoyland. I already called Malacia. I already called Martinez.
Oh, you did?
7. Yeah.
Anthony,
Anthony.
Hoyland.
Call him already.
When did you call Hoyland?
Just now.
So hold
Let
up.
me start over. So
Wait, hold up. Let's start again. So Anthony, Hoyland, Casemiro, Mount, Martinez, Onana,
Malacia.
Malacia, Bayindir, Ericsson,
Yep.
Evans.
Yep.
And those are the permanent signings, right?
right. Now,
Okay.
I would say this much, right? Now listen, I'm not saying he's not supposed to improve players and coach players, bro. But at the same time, bro, like I see some of these players' performance for the last 4 or 5 seasons, bro, and I know they don't convince me that they're gonna take us to win a title.
Wait,
So I do
hold on.
expect Eric Ten
Hold on.
Hag
Players that
to
have been
take
here for
them to
4
a
5
title.
seasons. Rashford, Bruno,
Shaw is shit in
McTominay.
my book, bro. I would sell he the moment Ten Hag
Shaw
comes.
is Eric Ten Hag's love child. I'm telling you, but we'll just leave that by the side. You have
Mark.
you have Shaw, you have Lindelof, Maguire, you have Rashford and Bruno. Those are the people I can think of off the top of my head that have been here for like 5 years, give or take, and that's 4-5 players.
Sorry, Charles. Who do you say again? Bruno,
Shaw,
Rashford,
Bruno, Rashford,
Heaton,
Lindelof,
yeah,
Maguire, and let's say
Dalot,
Wan-Bissaka. Yeah,
Dalot.
Wan-Bissaka, Dalu. That is 7. Yeah.
Yes, no,
How many of those
Martial.
players?
Hold on. It's not just them.
No,
Scott
Martial doesn't.
McTominay.
Martial
Scott
isn't playing,
McTominay.
bro.
Huh?
yeah. Scott
Playing.
Mayonnaise. You missed out McMayonnaise.
Yeah,
With who?
McTominay, who has been saving his
Oh.
job. This is the problem that I have with the whole situation, where there are players that have been here for 4 or 5 years, but a majority of the squad is new.
The majority of the squad is not new. The
What?
majority of the squad is old.
No, it's about 50-50.
27 people we have in the squad.
It is new.
And 17 of them is players who Ten Hag did not buy. 17.
No, are you including? Hold up. Are you including players from the academy as well that you didn't buy?
Yeah,
No.
I'm talking about new faces.
And Garnacho?
No, new faces in the first team squad. Garnacho wasn't here under Oli. Garnacho was here under Eric.
Bro,
Eric
all right. Okay, you're getting a little too complicated. The basic gist of it is that what I'm trying to say is this, bro. Like, out of the players who was here before, some of them need to leave. Their mentalities are the problem. Most of the times when we in an issue, listen to me. In my honest opinion, Wan-Bissaka is a shit fucking defender.
Yes.
He don't ever close down players. He always jogging back in defense. He's always giving. Imagine tonight, I watch Wan-Bissaka. Malo Gusto run to the box. And instead of Wan-Bissaka closing him down, he running into the fucking box and allowing Malo Gusto to pick his fucking cross in the box. And this is something I see every single game 2-3 times. Right? My honest opinion is there are some players that just not good enough, bro. And
can I finally talk? Can I finally talk?
Oh yeah,
go ahead, bro.
Oh, thank you.
Big up, Bond.
Now we've gone round and round, and after I was shouted off of the first half, we're all kind of saying what I'm saying before, which is it's the manager as well. I said that before. I don't know why that was controversial. I don't know why.
Bro, hang on. Because wait. No. Let's not do it. Right. You were blaming Ten Hag for this game. Then start bringing in the Golden. Then start bringing in. Then start bringing in the Golden State.
You are doing it again.
Bringing in the Golden State. You start bringing.
You are doing it again. And you're shouting me down. You didn't even let me finish. You didn't even let me finish. You didn't even let me finish.
You started bringing in the Golden State Warriors.
Mate, can you stop being rude? Can you stop being rude? Let me land. Listen, I said it is not a one-game thing. That's why you blame the manager. If it was a one-game thing, then you say finals today. And that's why I said we've seen this thing happen how many times this season. And that's why it's not luck. And that's why it's not a one-off game. Even before the last-minute thing happened, we didn't play well today. It's just what it is. Can we just accept that? We didn't play well. I don't know why it's controversial. And what I brought in the Golden State Warriors thing is the wider point there is no matter how many good players you have, if your tactics are not good, they will not look good. I don't think that's controversial. I don't think that's something you have to. I don't think it's something you need to interrupt me for. If you don't have good management, you won't be good. Again, fundamentals. I've heard so many people today talk about, the players can't do what the manager, they can't play possession football. Okay, example, we United under Ten Hag, Van Gaal, he signed Schneiderlin, who didn't really play. He signed Blind, who played a lot. And then his midfield was Fellaini, Blind, and I think Andreas Pereira. Fellaini is not a ball-playing player in anybody's books. Blind is, but he was rather, in quotes, small for the Premier League. And then Pereira was kind of just fresh from the academy. How is it that Mourinho signs Matic and Pogba, who are definitely levels up from what we had before, but we go from the team who was second in Europe for possession to a team who was just playing reactive football? It's the manager. It's the manager. No one can tell me that the midfield of Van Gaal is somehow not better than the midfield we have here now in terms of personnel. It's the manager.
No, it's the players, bro. It's a better
no.
It's a better board, bro. Listen, let me tell you something, right? And I agree with you in some instances that his midfield tactics might need to change, and I agree with that, right? But at the same time, you keep, when you mention it with Van Gaal had these players. Now, these players might not seem like big names like Pogba, might not seem like big names like Matic, but the effort and the football intelligence that they have to execute the plan of the manager might work out better. And I feel like we're not putting this into context in the fact that, yes, the manager might be getting some things wrong. But at the same time, looking at the display on the field, you cannot tell me that you don't watch certain players in certain positions and say, well, look, if I had this player there, it would probably be different. Because the reality is that if we had players who fit the profile, let me say our profile for Varane and Lisandro Martinez, we would never stop playing a high line. So,
can I ask you a question?
so
Can
a
you
lot
give
of
me an answer to
defensive
the question?
issues would drop out because I see for at least 25 minutes in this game, we was winning the ball at the half. I just saying.
Wait, can I ask you a question?
Mm-hmm.
An answer. Are we playing beneath ourselves right now? That's the question I'm asking. Or is this the peak of the players? And if we are beneath ourselves, why?
I can't say beneath ourselves. I mean, if you're talking in terms of the history of Manchester United,
No,
certainly.
not the history. The current players we have now, is this the best they can give? That's the question I'm asking you.
Well, I are realist, bro. After I look at Rashford for the last 27 games, I feel like this is the best I feel like the best we ever go and get from him go and happen every other season. I can't deal with that.
I have an
I
axiom
feel
for
like
you.
Bruno, as much as I love Bruno, bro, and I don't blame him for a lot of the games because maybe he just having a bad season. Maybe to satisfy fans, he could go too. But I'm being real and honest when I look at some of the players on his team and the games and the performances in some games, because I don't blame the team. I blame the team, you know, every time we lose, right? But at the same time, it has certain players who are watching throughout the 90 minutes not performing. They're not running. They're not giving that effort basic like some of the teammates. And that is drain our team, right?
Okay,
that is bad for a team.
There's a
It have
football
no
axiom.
team when it has some players who feel that they don't have to run as hard as others. It have no team when it have some players who feel they don't need to chat to make tackles or take a yellow card for
I
the
don't
team.
see that. I don't see that. What you're talking about, I see that with some players like McTominay, but and Rashford, obviously, but as a wider team, that's not what I see. What I see is a team that's confused. I'll give you one scenario today. The Chelsea keeper, I think Petkovic, gets the ball. Højlund does what he's meant to do. He presses the keeper. Anthony presses up on his opponent as well. By the way, Anthony leads the league in recoveries in opponent's final in our
I
final
cannot tell you that.
which is great. Anyway, Anthony does his work. Finally Chelsea are forced, the way we've designed the press, to switch the ball to Gusto. They have no choice but to switch the ball to Gusto. When he switches that ball, typically Dalo should be the one on Gusto. But what actually happens in this scenario, Dalo is in our half looking at the bench, doesn't know what he's meant to do. And then Gusto then marches all the way from his half deep into our half. This is what it looks like every game. It looks like the
You know
players
Dalot
on the
was
pitch.
playing left back
And
today, right?
yeah.
So you know it
So,
was Wan-Bissaka who was supposed to be marking Gusto, right?
in this particular sequence, Dalo was playing left back. I mean, wasn't he playing left back when he considered the penalty? He was on the left back in
Right,
this
but
sequence.
at the same time, it wasn't his fault that he conceded that penalty.
It doesn't matter, man. It doesn't matter. Like he didn't know what he was meant to do, and this is why I keep going back to the Golden State Warriors analogy. You can have the best
Can't use
players
them,
out
bro.
there.
They're a super
You
team.
can have the best players out there, but if you do not coach them properly, they will not know what to
Bro,
do.
Golden State Warriors was a super team, just like the Miami Heat that
No,
time.
they're
Like,
a
bro, I
super
would
team.
even, to
They're a
be
super
honest,
team,
bro,
but they had a
I wouldn't
super
even
coach.
mention the Golden State
That's the
Warriors because in this era, basketball is a non-contact sport. So therefore, to even talk about basketball in this era for me is bullshit, bro. I don't even watch it. It's shit.
Difference, mate.
No, but it's a shit sport now. It's not even entertainment. It's
It
not
doesn't make a
basketball
difference.
anymore.
The
It's
reason why,
handball.
in fact, you missed the point. The reason why I keep saying Warriors is to show you that even the peakest team, if you don't coach them properly, they won't win. That's the
Bro,
reason why
it's
I
not
keep using
just
them.
on the manager, bro.
And
Players
let
have to
alone,
want it. Listen, the reason why I
one
keep
thing is
saying that
one
is
thing,
because,
man.
listen,
One
right?
thing is one thing.
I from
One thing is
Trinidad,
one
bro.
thing.
I
One
feel
thing
like
is one
all it
thing.
is be missing out because only from a top nation in football, right? You're from a nation in football that have one of the largest resource pools of quality, talented footballers, right? I from Trinidad and Tobago, my youth. We don't have half of the amenities you all have when it comes to facilities to play football and training and the kind of quality of life that these footballers is get when they play for the. We don't have that. Niggas had to have a job, a regular day job, and still train for the national team and these things. You don't get paid for all that extra like to survive. can't afford it. The country can't afford it, right? And we went to the World Cup in 2006, my youth, right? We beat Chelsea. We beat, Mexico in the Azteca in Mexico. Only 3 teams in the history of football ever beat Mexico in the Azteca. And I'm talking about they face America and they beat them there 28 times. They only Italy, right? And I think it was either Spain or Uruguay was the other 2 teams that beat Mexico in the Azteca besides Trinidad and Tobago. And the reason why I'm mentioning that is because at the time we had an agent, Dwight York, he was about 34 years old or something like that at the time. Russell Latapi, who was another Trinidad player who won the UCL with Porto. The second time they won he was what? Almost 40 years old. We had some young players on his squad. They wasn't that great, you know what I mean? But here what his squad had, unity and heart. They would run to the ground. For 90 minutes, they're running until the whistle stopped. And to play a dot system, that high press system that they play in, Guggen press thing, we playing that in Trinidad since 2006, bro. Because that was the style of football we was playing under Leo Hacker. Google him. Yeah, big coach. He win things with Bayern Munich and coach Juventus and all kind of thing. Yeah. So all I saying is this, bro. Right? The biggest thing that United lacking is players who willing.
No.
Listen. You could say where you want, bro, but I could tell you for sure. Ask any football coach.
Mark,
that's not weird because I feel like you always want to blame the manager, bro, because the manager, listen to me, at a professional football level, bro, a manager not supposed to teach you the fucking basics, bro. That's a madness. When you saying that, I say to myself, these fellas is not 12.
That's not true.
Why the fuck went to academy for if a fucking manager and teach them the basics?
Mark, that's not true. That's not
See you
true.
later, Charles.
If what you're saying was true, then players will not practice rondos in training. If what you're saying was true, then players wouldn't have to practice possession in training. So what you're saying is not true. Possession is what people have been training every day.
The possession that they're practicing, bro, I just want to define it for you because I'm not too sure if you understand what you're saying. Because you're saying possession, but possession in footballing terms and system terms,
yes,
5-3-5-2 is a different fucking thing to 4-4-2.
Let me clarify.
5-4-3 possession style is a different thing, especially when you're playing counter-attacking from possession, high press. It has different motions and patterns.
Let me
practice,
clarify.
right?
You're right, but let me clarify. In training, you do situational possession drills. You do drills 2 versus 4, 2 versus 3, 2 versus 5.
Right.
They end up putting the cones in small circles to check how you are under pressure, blah 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 blah. Even players of lesser clubs can do this. What you're trying to excuse that our players can't do it doesn't fly, man.
I'm not trying to say that they can't do it. You see, that way you're missing the point. You missed the whole point, bro. Because I never said that. I said players have to be willing. Willing to do something and be.
Let me finish. Let me finish.
Different things, bro.
Bro, if Mboimo and Wissa can do it in Brentford, you're not going to get away with telling me that Højlund can't do it, bro. It's not going to fly.
Bro, you hearing yourself, bro? You're not even talking about what I'm talking about, Charles.
No,
I'll be honest, bro.
But that's why I'm telling you
hold
that the problem is our coaching.
Hear me out first, because I feel like you misunderstand what I'm saying, right?
Maybe I am.
Mark, that's not Charles. Charles is gone.
Oh, Chuck,
Mr.
my
Bond.
bad, bro, Mr. Bond.
Maybe I am misunderstanding you. Maybe I am.
Yeah, because I want to clarify it for you. I'm not saying that, listen, I don't hate Rashford. I think Rashford is the talisman of Manchester United, bro. He is the main man, right?
Yes.
And if he don't have a good game, we are fucked 90% of the time, right?
Yes.
Now, my thing is this youth man have all the mechanics and all the ability to be one of the best in the fucking world. And I don't, and I'm not mincing when I say that, right? But the problem is my youth not willing to work hard. He's not willing to run the extra man. Now, it might have a time when he played injured through a season. True, right? But if you look at Rashford, honestly, this season, right, and you check all the games, literally, he's had a worse season than Anthony. And he scored more goals. But his performances in 90 minutes is 80 minutes of fucking shit. and maybe 3 to 5 minutes of a decent performance.
Mark, I'm gonna have to
Right?
leave now. I need to bounce. Yeah.
All right, but
but you
tomorrow,
can
bro.
grant me to say this. The football axiom I was gonna say. Yeah, it's a football axiom. If one player is bad, two players are bad, it's the players. If an entire team is stinking, it's the manager.
Yeah,
Always
but the
remember
entire
that.
team not stinking though.
Remember that axiom, because our
I
team,
will remember
our
it, but I just
collapses,
saying to you this, bro.
our collapses have been individual. We saw Onana in the Champions League. We've seen all that, but most of the time, our collapse is systemic, and when it's systemic, it is almost always the manager. It is
How is
just
this?
a fact of. It's
I
just a
mean,
fact of life. It's a fact of
yeah,
football.
but I mean, Ten
And
Hag
I
get
think,
blamed for
and
the
I think for
Champions
Ten
League
Hag,
regardless if it was Onana,
no,
right?
no, bro,
The
and I
whole
think for
team
Ten
get blame,
Hag,
right? So
bro, I
it's
think
a
for Ten
team.
Hag,
Everybody
you
had to share the
guys
blame
are
somehow.
trying your best to pretend like he has nothing to do, or he has little
I
to do with
never
this.
say that, bro.
No,
Like
no, no. Okay, little.
Wajid could be my
Okay, little.
witness and say that I blame Ten Hag for lots of things.
Okay,
I
okay,
just
okay,
not
okay.
saying, bro, that is solely. Listen, I am not saying that these players cannot do what West Ham players or what Crystal Palace players or what Luton players could do, because that would be fucking stoatish. That's pure stupidness to say that. What I am saying is that those players, when they walk out on the fucking pitch, whether it's Monday night, Wednesday night, Friday night, Saturday night, Sunday morning, them fellas giving 110 fucking percent, bro. Every fucking game.
Mark, see, listen. Against Brentford, we weren't good. But when you are not good, you don't allow your opponents to have 85 touches, a record number in your box.
Jesus
There's
Christ.
been bad, and there is that. Every
Bro,
game we are smashing
Chuck,
records. No, bro,
Chuck,
hold on.
listen to me,
I'll
right?
say this and go. Let me go. Let me
I
say this
hear
and go.
you know, bro.
Let me say this and go.
I'm
Let me say this
not
and go.
going to disagree with you, because the stat you're using, having 83 touches in your box, is a fucking travesty, bro. Let me not even.
But it's happening all the
This is
time.
your
That's the
problem. You don't
point.
think I blame Ten Hag for that? I do. But at the same time, when I watch those players on the field, bro, they're not giving me no point of fucking confidence that they're doing their best. So if I cannot see from my eyes watching you play football, bro, because I just play football, bro. If I can see you doing your best, and I know to myself, bro, you could run, you're not even running hard. You're not looking like you're sweating. You're not looking like if you given that last moment to get to that ball. I could see that.
Mark.
You could see that. Wajid could see that. Everybody could see it.
Mark.
So before you blame a manager, I just want you to understand something. If a player not giving the basic effort, no fucking tactics working.
Mark, that is true. But as I said, it's not one player. It's the whole team, and that's a problem.
It's not the whole team every game, bro. And this is where you're mixing up, bro.
With other managers, Fergie, Mourinho, when things are not doing well for you and you're conceding too many goals, the first thing is to go back to basics. Learn to defend first.
Where are the players to go back to basics? Where are they? They fucking injured, bro.
Don't say that. Mate, don't say that. No,
Tell me where the players is he going to go back to
Let me
basics
answer.
from last season?
Let me answer. Back to basics means, if it means that in a game you're gonna look ugly just to get through without conceding, play ugly for a while, get your confidence up. This might just be that the manager is not even thinking. The players right now are in what I think is like a depression cycle. They've conceded like this too many times. Like when they concede one in extra, I was like, oh no, we're gonna concede again. Build their confidence up. Do things in games. If it means playing defensive, give them clean sheets. Let them gain confidence. Instead, like lambs to the slaughter, every single game he goes out with the same tactics. The tactics keep failing. It's a cycle of rubbish. Are you not seeing that? And that's on the manager. At some
Bro, this
point, you have to
manager
know.
today was telling
Right
men to
now,
hold the fucking ball and keep possession
how
in the
can they
last fucking
hold the
10
ball
minutes,
when they
bro.
don't know how to hold possession?
How the fuck you could
They
tell me
don't
a
train
professional
that. They
footballer
don't
don't know how
train
to
that
hold
properly
possession,
enough.
bro? You really
Wait,
telling me that, bro?
they don't train
You
that
really
properly
watching
enough.
me and
Mate,
telling me a professional footballer like Marcus
they don't
Rashford
train.
don't know how to hold fucking possession,
Wait,
bro?
okay,
That's what you saying?
I said that was the last thing I'll say, but this is the last thing. I promise. This is the last thing. Do you know why they can't hold the ball? Look at our regular games here. Look at in when things are good in the game, right? Casemiro, this
That is mad.
wait. The space between Casemiro and his next person, the next option, is very far. The reason why our players get tired is because they run all game. Our game is too stretched. There's no compression. Let me finish. There's no compression. That's why it's actually hard to pass. Our passes are actually very difficult because we don't play compact. When you play like that the whole game, you really think that, oh, it's in the last 5 minutes when we need to hold the ball. When they couldn't do it all game. They don't do it all game. Right from the
Yo,
first whistle, we can't
you
hold
know
the ball.
something, bro? This is
We
where
never
I
hold the
feel
ball.
like this is
We never hold
sometimes
the ball.
these are the moments I get.
Hold up, Mr. Bond, yeah?
Yes.
Right,
Yes.
I still can't get over the fact that you just said professional football players can't. Ten Hag, I don't know. I can't get over the fact you just said professional football players need to be trained to hold the ball. So
No,
that's
no.
a
That's
basic. That's a
bullshit.
basic.
Wajid,
That's a
can I
bit.
respond to that?
Hang on.
Wajid, can
Can
I
I
respond to that?
hang on. Can
Why
I
did land,
finish?
fam?
I let you. We've all given you this space for the last couple of minutes, right? Listen, you don't need professional training to learn to hold the ball. That's a trait. That's a trait you learn on the street when you're playing with your friends. When you're 3, 4 years old. That's a trait
There
your
you
father
go.
teaches you when you first learn to kick. First learn to kick football. All right. Everything else, kind of sort of agree. But holding the football
Okay,
is like you learn that in school. You don't even need it.
fine.
It can
Let me clarify.
that's what I can't get.
Wait, let me
That's what I
clarify,
can't get
Wajid.
over.
Wajid, let me
Yeah, that's fine.
clarify. Let me
Yeah,
clarify. Thank
of
you for
course,
that.
of
Thank you
course.
for that. Now, when I say that again, I'm sorry for going there. But when I bring up the Warriors analogy, the reason I'm saying that is on the pitch, yeah? On the pitch. Why? Wait, hold on. We're talking about possession now. Man City, Pep has a philosophy. Let me give you two philosophies.
Man City had 9 years
In
under
Mourinho's
Pep.
book, hold up. In Mourinho's book, yeah, when he was at Real Madrid, he wrote a book talking about how he does not like to hold the ball because when he doesn't hold the ball, the chances that he will lose possession and concede are very low. Pep, on the other hand, espouses a philosophy where every player on the ball has five options. And that's why the way Man City
How long
play,
that take Pep to execute in the Premier
wait.
League, bro?
That's why when Pep plays, the players always look like they have time on the ball. They always look like
After
there's always
after a
another
decade
pass.
playing under Pep,
No,
you
no,
don't think you would know that by now?
Hold up, wait, Mark,
hold on,
let him
hold
finish
on.
his point, then go.
That is what Pep drills into every team he plays in, and that's positioning. When you have players next to you to pass to, it doesn't matter how trash you are technically or how you don't have to be Kobe Manu that you are very good at holding the ball. You have someone next to you, it's an easy pass. The way we play, there is no compression. You have our striker at the edge of the box. Meanwhile, Varane is behind the halfway line. Our game is so stretched that every player doesn't have that five men on the ball. So what happens is it's so easy for us to have turnovers because you give the ball to someone like Casemiro, where in a normal system where he should have at least three people, three good options, forward, left, right, and back, he ends up holding onto the ball and we end up trying some stupid Hollywood pass because there is no pass on. Either no one is running, which is a system issue, or there's
Well,
no
that's a
immediate
system
pass.
issue,
So
bro.
when I say that we need to train possession, that is what I mean. And that's why other teams find it easy to play against us. All they need to do is place their players in strategic places to cut off the
Bro,
ball from
this
us.
is where
That the only
having a
place
human brain just
hold on.
meet the reality of the world, bro.
The only place where I fault our players in possession, I mean not the coach, the players, is that we don't have players that can play around corners. For instance, someone like let's say Gundogan, Iniesta, they don't need to take 2, 3 touches to release the ball. They just touch around the corner. That is the only reason I'll give Ten Hag grace with the players when it comes to possession. But everything else, the way the players are arranged on the field, that is not kosher. It's not elite at all. It looks so amateur. Wajid, is that making sense? Is that a bit of clarification?
It is, but I'm gonna. You've got me defending Ten Hag, but I can't believe, right?
I'm
The
not the one
last
defending him.
No, you've got me defending Ten Hag, not you,
Okay.
right? All right.
Go on, Wedge. I want to hear
I'm
what Wedge has got to say about this still. Go on.
the thing is, all right, you today, specifically today, I know you made the points about the rest of it. Specifically today, right? I saw the play in the 90th minute. I saw Bruno, Mount, McTominay, Dallo make a rectangle, and they actually played Rondo around the Chelsea players up until the
Thank
95th
you.
minute. Up until the 95th minute, when Cole Palmer made that stupid tackle on Dallo because they were getting frustrated. Right? Because you mentioned earlier in this call about rondos and how the players practice rondos. That's what they were. That's what they were doing
Exactly what they were
today.
doing in that
But why
left-hand
are they
corner,
showing
bro.
that in
Wait.
fixed?
No, let Watkins land, fam.
Hold on. Ten Hag today, specifically today. I'm not talking about the rest of the season. Specifically today, Ten Hag cannot contribute for. I've forgotten who took the throw in, right? For someone throwing the ball directly out, Bruno completely missing the ball, going straight for a goal kick, and then running up the other end of the pitch, and Dallo completely misreading Madueke. Penalty or not? Right? I'm not arguing penalty or not, right? But all right, completely misreading Madueke, giving away a penalty to make it 3-3, right? Like Ten Hag can't be contributed for that. He can't. Like everything else through the season, fine. Today he cannot. Today it is pure player capitulation. Everyone
Thank
was
you.
dog shit. Everyone was dog
Thank
shit.
But
you.
Wajid, the point I've made is that it's not one game. We look at one game, you can explain today away, but it doesn't explain Brentford, Fulham at home.
No,
You
Hold
can't
on, hold
Mr.
on.
explain
Bond,
One
I
that.
agree
second.
with
You know
you.
what? I've not spoken. 1 second. Yo, let
But
me
Mr.
tell you
Hold
this
on,
right
sorry,
now.
hold up, George, quickly.
All
But Mr.
right,
Bond,
watch
I
it. Go on,
agree.
go on. Finish, bro.
But all
Go on.
I'm saying is quickly. Then Joe jump in. Sorry, Mr. Bond, I'm not disagreeing with you this is the point you're missing with me. I'm not disagreeing with you about the rest of the season, but you referring to the rest of the season about today's game is where your argument's not landing. That's all. That's all I'm
No,
saying.
no.
Now,
Oh, yeah.
Joe, jump in. No. Let Joe have his piece. Go on, Joe.
Okay.
Yeah, please, let me say something because I've not said nothing the whole time I've been here. I've been listening to you, man. I've been hearing you. And you know what? Look, everybody knows where I stand with Ten Hag, innit? Yeah. Everybody knows. Yeah. Right? Ten Hag, I want Ten Hag here for the next season. Yo, who's interrupting me with their radio? We need to lock that off. Yeah. Oh, go on. Listen, yeah. Anyway, I'm saying everybody knows I want Ten Hag in. Yeah. The way I see it moving forward, yeah. I understand that we cannot set up the way that we're always setting up, yeah. But no one in their right goddamn mind can look at me tonight and tell me that Ten Hag didn't do everything in his goddamn power to set us to, well, even if he didn't set us up right, yeah, he did everything in his goddamn power to make sure that we ended the game with a win. Well, tried to. Anyway, sorry. He tried to make sure that we ended up with the game with a win. The players didn't want to do what he asked them to do. Like you said, between Bruno, Dallo, and Mount, when Mount came on, yeah, they were doing rondos around Chelsea. I was like, yes, we're going to hold this out. I never thought that we were going to concede 2 goals. Are you mad? A penalty and then a goal in open play from a deflection. Come on, man. Let's be real. Let's just be real when we think about this, yeah? Look at what happened on the actual pitch. And I'm not saying Ten Hag is without blame for, the entire 100 minutes that we played or 100 and a half minutes we played, yeah? But what I'm saying to you is, once he saw the mistakes, he tried to fix it with what he had available, yeah? In the match, I can't remember what match it was, yeah? But remember when he took off, when we went up, yeah? Then he took off Rashford and put on Evans and made us a 5-man defense rather than a 4-man defense, just because we wanted to hold out the game. He didn't even have the option today. The option was taken away from him. There was no way he could do that because guess what? We got 2 injured defenders in one match. What are we supposed to do with that? Blood.
Thank you.
Give the manager some credit for what he actually done instead of thinking about what happened in the. You know what
Sure.
the thing is, yeah? If people think, last thing I'm going to say, then everybody take the floor in it, yeah? Give the manager some credit for what he actually done instead of thinking, well, what went wrong? That's all I'm saying. Please.
I'm done.
Joe, you see, the problem here is, even if we'd won here, I would be happy. Like, I'm not a hypocrite. I'll be happy. But I'll know in my heart of hearts that it's not sustainable. The same way everyone is losing their
My
mind after
God, it's
beating
a
Liverpool.
fucking rebuild. That's nonsense.
Wait, hold up,
Let
hold up. Let me finish. After Liverpool, that game was a rubbish game. That game we showed heart, but the game was rubbish. It was end-to-end basketball football.
Bro,
We
what is
did
end-to-end
today.
basketball football?
No,
That's what-
hold
that's what-
on,
wait,
hold on.
That's all. I just wanted to ask this
Hold on.
question before. I want to ask this question before I say that, because I hear man saying end-to-end basketball football, right? But I grew up watching Italian league and thing, and football was end-to-end when Zidane and them fellas was playing. When Ronaldo and Ronaldinho and these fellas was playing and scoring, it was end-to-end football, bro. Right?
No,
Now we
no.
just have Pep styling and Pep class of football, bro, is a little bit, how to say it, end to end, side to side, not end to end as in lengthways, goal to goal. It's side to side football. Recycle. Now I can understand people like that style of football. I don't particularly fancy it. It's in that fucking entertaining. When you watch Arsenal play fucking City, is a shit fucking game to watch. People talking about defensive fucking masterclass when basically they're defending the same pattern 90 times during the fucking game. And hoping that the one fucking time it go and come true. Come now, man. Like, yeah, bro, end-to-end game.
Okay.
I understand what you mean about basketball.
Bro, do you wanna play high press?
Football is to score goals. So it's
Goal
to the other goal, however you can, and score and put it in the back of the net.
Mate, do you wanna play high press?
Where is the defense to
No,
play?
I'm asking you, do you want to play high press? Is this yes or no? I assume that's a yes. You cannot play a high press game that is sustainable without control. We play high press. Wait. We play high press, and we give if you play high press basketball, that's what's happening right now. We attack, and then the next second they scores. This is literally what we're complaining about. It's literally what we're complaining about. No, it's not. It's not that, mate. It's not that.
No other manager, Nagelsmann,
mate. Do you know? Wait. Do you know why? Again, I'll give you another nugget. In 2011, Pep said his Barcelona team, that immortal Barcelona, he said his Barcelona team, he has to hold the ball because without the ball, they are the worst team in the world. He obviously speaks in hyperbole, but when you look at it, Gerard Piqué is not never was really a great tackler or defender. Puyol was fine. Alves was too attacking. He knew exactly what he was saying, so he used possession as a way to mitigate risk. Wait. He used possession. He used possession to mitigate risk.
Always the style of
No. Wait. Hold on. No. Wait. Forgetting something. In the season that they beat us in the Champions League the first time, people forget that the highest yellow cards in that team were Eto'o, Villa, and Messi because they were so high press. But the thing is that they were so high press, they get the ball, win it, and keep it. Star view of chances. We don't play that way, and that's why. Hold on, and that's why I say. That's why. Hold on. That's why I say it's not sustainable. If you keep playing games where you give your opponents 30 shots like we do, because we are high press, it just is high press and then defense. Bro, we don't play as one team. We don't play as. It's not a bad example. Well, I'm in the same spot. I'm in the same spot for once. Okay,
calm down. Let me explain to you why that's a shit example. Because ever since Johan Cruyff was coach of Barcelona, they're playing possession-based football. Ever since he's coach, they're recruiting players for high possession, high press football.
Mate, that's not true. That's not entirely true. Frank Rijkaard's Barcelona was different from Pep's Barcelona. They're very different. No, Rijkaard was successful. He won the league. He was successful.
He won the league, but
they let him go because he couldn't take them to the next level. No, because he couldn't take them to the next level. That's why they let him go. You're mixing up your history. That's not why they let him go.
They won the chat. Sorry, they won. Sorry.
No sense.
Sorry, Mr. Bond. They won the Champions League under Rijkaard as well. They beat Arsenal. I just want to add that. Like,
Yeah, thank
there's not
you.
much higher they could have
That's
gone.
saying no. I'm not.
No, no,
You just
no. Wait.
listen. You arguing two things here that I didn't say. I never say Frank Rijkaard was a shit coach. I am saying to you that before Pep, they all played that position based on was their identity. Frank Rijkaard was not playing the identity that they wanted. That's why they fired him. Not because he was not good.
Bro. I'll just say this. Yeah, when you look at before Graham Potter, Lewis Dunk was a brute. Now he's turned to a ball playing defender. I can't give you more than that. You can talk about Barcelona is this and this. Barcelona is this and this.
How many years? How many years?
Bro, how many years of what?
How many years he was at Brighton, bro? Before he started to play that way? 5.
Brighton weren't playing that. They weren't playing that way to Potter, mate. What are you talking about? Chris Hughton's Brighton did not play that way, man. What are you talking about? Chris Hughton's Brighton was not like that. So it's your argument now that our players can be coached if they get more time. Is that your argument now? Because they are changing it now.
I'm not even my argument. My argument is that basically we starting to say about this coach did this, but he didn't do it in 18 months. You only keep talking about coaches doing this and doing that, but all those players develop over 5 to 9 seasons, bro. Look at Liverpool. Only talk about Liverpool. All Liverpool youngsters grow up playing the club way for the last 9 years. That's all they could play. Must have a support. They must have anybody can come in and play because they've been training for that all their life. That's all they know.
Sorry, Mark. Quickly. Sorry. Well, hold on, Mark. Quickly. Mr. Bond, can you turn your like mic off when you there? Thank you. Go on.
Yo, the only thing I could say is this, bro. Like the only thing, listen. As much as I would say I Ten Hag in, bro, there are certain things I dislike. There are certain things I do agree with, right? But at the same time, I feel that my manager should be allowed to make some mistakes, whether it costs us some games or not. Because at the end of the day, you know what I mean? He's trying to build a better team. So it's not going to happen perfect. It's not going to be every single player he buys going to be a score or the best starter. Not every single formation.
Hey, no, stop this. 1 second. Yeah. Mr. Bond, yeah. What are you watching this on? Mr. Bond, I'm talking to you, brother.
Mate, I'm in the car wash. I'm just muting and going in and out.
All right, because every time you come on, we can hear mad echo still. Yeah.
Bro, this is like the third time we did the car wash today. Like, how dare you, that cough?
Nah, because I've been on the call. I'm just trying to concentrate because like it keeps going between my headphones and the car stereo. So it's like it's crazy.
Oh, that is what causing that because it's going to the car. Big up, bro. Guys, I'm going to let you guys have your last final comments because I have to get to the airport, bro. So I have to close the stream. So I'll start with you, Wajid, because you know what? You've been here the longest, my bro. Thanks for coming in. Mr. Bond, you'll be next, and we'll close with you, Joe.
Nothing. Just today you can't. Just today you cannot blame Ten Hag. And I don't. Even on the United View stream, I don't understand why people are coming for me when I was placing facts, because Ten Hag did say he was happy with the performance. You can't come out and say you're happy with the performance when your team loses like that. That's the only thing I'm gonna say. That's the only thing I'm gonna say on Ten Hag. The players completely capitulated, bun all these players. I've been saying for ages, bun all these players off, send them all. You're just going to keep Garnacho, Højlund, Ahmad, Menu, so be it. The rest of them, like I said, Kazakhstan, Azerbaijan, Turkmenistan, whatever stan you want to end up with, yeah. Afghanistan, Pakistan, wherever, like send them. I don't care. Like after tonight, I do not care. Bun them all. So yeah, that's just me. But thank you very, but Mark, Mark, thank you very, very much for having me on your show. By the way,
anytime, my brother, anytime. Just
I
drop me
appreciate,
your
man.
email, bro, in a PM or something, so I could send you a link for the EV Mux, and whenever I live, you could always just come in. So
Definitely, I'll message in the group. And Joe, even though it's been short, it's always a pleasure. As always, my broski,
Yes, my
Mr.
brother.
Bond.
I love you, bro.
Yeah, Mr. Bond. I apologize for the earlier thing with the Golden State and stuff. I hope you understand.
No, it's all love, man.
It's just all love. You know what I'm saying?
It's all love. It's all love. I'm sorry as well. Sorry as well, man.
Big up, bro. Big up. Catch you later, my guy.
Okay.
Mr. Bond, you've been here at the beginning. It's been a long one. You've been at the car wash.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure you're calming down. By the time you leave the car wash, you're gonna be zen. It's gonna be a good evening.
It's already a good evening, man. I won't let this team like spoil my morale. Like it's a horrible situation. But this is me. I think my main issue with Ten Hag is he the right man to entrust that money to? So far, I have seen no evidence of that. I wanted him from the beginning. I really thought he was going to be the one. I never wanted Oli to sign the contract. I was happy when we finally got Ten Hag. I was screaming for him like a year before we got him, so I was happy to have him. But at the same time, I'm not going to be blind. I can see that he has way too many issues, tactically speaking. It's fine that the players, he sort of rescued the game, but if we played a better team, we would, by first half, it could have been 4-0, 5-0 down. And I don't think that's sustainable because he does that almost every game. Every game is rescue Rangers. We're trying to fix the game. We never just go out there and put in a complete performance. And even just playing the laws of averages, like, how can we not even just do that like 3, 4, 5 times this season? Like, why? So for me, the man is just gone and he's talking nonsense, talking about how we were dominant. It's just he's hit that delusional phase.
There really was a period of dominance in the middle of the game.
But he's hit that phase. Like I was talking on the group chat, that phase where all our managers reach that stage, they start talking crazy stuff, and he's reached there. And the more he talks stuff like this, the more he will lose people like me. I just wish he would just be honest and say, look, we were rubbish today.
Be honest, bro. These players is pussies. They just cry too much. Can't tell the truth about them.
Thank you very much, guys. Appreciate it. Yeah. Speak
Big
soon.
up, bro.
Have a safe flight, man.
Yeah, thank you, bro. I'll probably be streaming again on Monday, bro. So we'll be back at 9 a.m. UK time in the morning. If you're around, let me know. I'll be here. Joe Blackman, my brother. Welcome to my channel. I know there's probably a second time on here. Big up to you, my bro. Member of the THDL. You know, we standing strong and standing firm as best we can. You know, this performance was tough, but, you know.
Hey, listen, it's never been harder to be a member of the THDL right now, yeah? That's the truth, yeah? That is 100. The truth. And I'll have to tell everybody this right now, yeah? I want everybody to hear my words clearly, yeah? I never once said that the manager is without reproach, yeah? The manager is not without his own, what's the word? Imperfections. Yeah, his own failures, his own imperfections, his own criticism. Yeah, shortcomings, criticisms, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, we have to be there to call out anything when we see it. Yeah. Now, for me, today wasn't one of those days. That's the problem that I'm having with a lot of Man United fans right now. Yeah. When I see this, yeah, do you know what? The funny thing is, right? People scream about a style of play. People scream about what they want to see on the pitch, that they're not seeing enough from the players, that the players that the manager's picking is not doing what they want. Yeah. What about Ralph Rangnick? Does anybody remember Ralph Rangnick? We saw Ralph Rangnick's style of play for 10 minutes. Bro, we saw it for 10 minutes in the Crystal Palace match. Yeah. The players just don't do what the manager asks them to do. That's the end of the conversation. When they say they don't want to do it no more, they don't want to do it no more. They just start passing around, doing what they want to do, not playing the formation, not playing the system that the manager's asking them to play. And then you're telling me that it's all down to Ten Hag when the same players that weren't doing what Ragnick was asking to do are still here. When man said we needed open heart surgery, don't ramp with me. What are we doing? People, Brad, listen, the same exact players that were here with Ragnick are doing the same exact thing with Ten Hag. Yeah? And the man said we needed open heart surgery. We ain't even been to the medical practitioner to get prepped yet. We ain't even seen the surgeon yet. We ain't even gone and got the little dots around our stomach to say this is what needs to get cut out, fam. Yeah? We have not been prepped for surgery yet alone had the heart surgery, fam. Yeah, look at us. We are still the same team that is full of the same failures. And if people want to say, oh, well, Ten Hag brought in Anthony, oh, well, Ten Hag brought in Casemiro, Ten Hag brought in Varane. He didn't, actually, not Varane. People can't say he brought in Varane. Ten Hag brought in Casemiro, Ten Hag brought in Anthony, Ten Hag brought in, what's that guy? Amrabat, yeah? Who is, I will admit right now, straight up a failure of a signing. And if people can't allow the manager to make some mistakes in the second season, then move, fam. I don't want to hear you. Yeah, so many mistakes have been made by so many managers, and people just overlook them. But when it's Man United, it's always top news. Blood, it's one player that's been crap. It's one player that's been crap. And I know that Anthony wasn't performing for most of the season, but we all know that he had problems in the back scene. Yeah, when he came back, he's been looking solid again. I know he's a one-trick pony, but one trick can work sometimes. Yeah, that's all I'm saying.
One trick was a nice assist tonight, guys. I won't lie to say that. I was happy to see his performance today. I was giving him man of the match, although Garnacho scored 2 goals. You know, at the end of the day, I can say, bro, Ten Hag not without reproach, but Ten Hag in, because I've seen enough with players over and over for the last 4 or 5 years that I'm saying to myself, I'd rather just get some new players and see if the manager could get them to fit his system and play his style the right way. And these players will give 110% every single game. They will chase every loose ball like Anthony was doing tonight. Because when I don't see that from the players, bro, it's hard to criticize the manager tactics, because when a player jogging and not running, when he walking, or when they're not trying to make tackles or they're not tracking back, then you want to know, well, if he had done that, would this happen in the game?
Bro, let me just say one more thing, yeah? The only reason why it makes it worse is the Liverpool match, you know? The Liverpool match makes what's happening now worse. That's the thing. Because I saw what you could give. I saw what you waste men of players can actually give when you actually try. But now you don't want to give nothing because it's not that match. Anyway, don't make me say bad words.
100%. I already cussing whole night, bro, because I pissed. Bro, I telling you, bro, listen, and I being real about it, bro. Like, we could sit here and say this manager could do better and could do better and could do better, but no other managers had to do better so many different times and change and try to change and adapt so many different times in one season, bro. And this is why I still saying this man deserve a structure. And as much as people say they're worried about the money, you don't have to worry about no money, because Jason Wilcox is fucking here already. We done already pay the fucking money for the recruiter. And this man, everybody know, y'all should know better than me because he's from there. He was working at Man City, top recruiter, doing it at Southampton, top recruiter. He coming to United to be a top recruiter as well. We have Omar Borada, who's make deals like a wizard for Citigroup. He going and handle the scene. I know, not saying that Ten Hag didn't make a mistake, sorry. I mean, when I hear Anthony was 80 million, I was like, fuck that, now we get somebody else. When I hear we go and spend 60 million on Mason Mount, I was like, who the fuck is Mount? Mount is shit. Fuck that. You know, when I hear 67 million for Højlund, I say, bend that, buy something cheaper. We will get something again next summer. But
that's the only problem, you know. Bro, it's not just you. The problem is that is what's been true about all of these players, fam, yeah? If we had all of those players that you just said, yeah, for 10 to 20 million less or 10 to 15 million less, yeah, there wouldn't be so much question about them.
But you want to know something, Joe? The biggest problem for me is that the idiots who signing the fucking checks and the niggas who fucking negotiating these assholes, they can't fucking talk. Either they lost the words or they don't speak the same language, but the negotiation tactics is fucking shit.
Do you know the only problem I have with your sentence was the fact that he dropped the N-bomb from all these white boys.
Bro, hard luck there. Just can't help it. I don't see color. I don't see it like color now. Anybody's a nigga for me, bro. Whether you're Chinese, you're whatever, I call you a nigga, bro. That's just
You're never getting monetized with this channel where you keep talking like that.
Yeah, probably, bro. Probably. Hard luck for that one. You know what I mean? But I will say this much though. In all fairness, bro. These players, bro, like, it's high time we get rid of some of them, even if it's to send a message to other players in the squad, like, listen, you gotta buck up yourself. But at the same time, you know, the manager, he will hold some blame. Yeah, because sometimes, you know what, he's a little stubborn. Sometimes he should make substitution earlier. But this game and other games, I see him make substitutions and it improve us, but then we let ourselves down. People, as we say in the manager, don't tell the players hold the ball. From the angle I watching, I just always see the manager in the last 10 minutes gesturing to men like, hey, keep the ball at your foot. You know, hold on to it, pass it back, this, that. And then men passing the ball forward. You know what times I see shaking his hand like, fuck off.
How much substitutions did we actually make today, though? That's the thing.
Bro, about five substitutions today.
Yeah, man. Can you hear me?
Come on.
Yeah, I can hear you. How much substitutions did we make today? Yeah?
We brought on Mount, we brought on Mount, we brought on Rashford, we brought on Evans, we brought on Kambuala, and we brought on McTominay. He made 5.
That's 5. And people are still saying that he could have brought on Ahmad. How?
I think
Amrabat. People were saying that he should have brought on Amrabat. How?
They're saying
came into the game as well. 6 substitutes, bro. 6 substitutes were used today.
Wait, sorry, no, what? Hang on, McTominay, Kambuala, Evans, Rashford,
Mason Mount.
Mount. That's 5, isn't it?
You're only allowed 5, fam. You're only allowed 5 now in the Premier League. Yeah, so
Mount got me going crazy.
One more player come on today, bro.
No,
Mount got me going crazy, you know. Right,
no,
Evans came on for Varane.
Who come on for Varane?
No. Evans came on for Varane.
I beg you, don't say that on KG stream tomorrow because you'll get slaughtered and you'll get a ban.
This is why I'm making sure he clarifies now. Evans came on for Varane,
right?
But then Evans came off injured for Kambuala came on.
Right.
So that's 2.
Mason Mount came on.
Mason Mount came on for, I think it was Manu or
Mason Mount came on for Garnacho.
Right.
Yeah.
Sorry, because Garnacho pulled our face because he was going to get a hat trick, wasn't he?
Yeah, so that's 3.
Marcus Rashford.
Marcus Rashford came on for Hoyland.
Right.
That's 4.
And McTominay came on for Casemiro.
That's 5. And that's your 5 substitutes. You're not allowed any more in the Premier League, bro. So don't ever say that on KG show before you get grilled again.
Mark was looking for that John Morgan level, bud.
No, my bad, bro. Like I a little sleepy too, and you know, so
I ain't that, fam. Guess what? It's 2:30 in the morning in England, fam, and I still know that it's only 5 substitutes
here, bro. Big up. So
it's only 5 substitutes in the Premier League, fam.
Yeah,
look at that, bro. Man use all these substitutes and men still complaining. Like, to be fair, bro, I would have liked to see Ahmad start today. We did a lineup, bro, and I put Ahmad in the starting lineup, bro. Men know that, right?
But Anthony was probably the best performing Man United player in the pitch. Yeah, you know what I mean. So like, it doesn't. I think what Ahmad can consider himself unlucky is that dog shit 20 minutes Rashford put on after his brother was twerking on Instagram, puffing his chest out like some big man from from south or something, where puffing his chest out, calling out ops, and your brother puts in a performance like that. That man is more bothered. That man is more bothered about being. I said it earlier. That man is more bothered about being on Barbershop. That man is more bothered about being next to H and all these rappers on these talk shows than he's a Man United. The Man United badge is just prestige to him. I don't care if he says, "Oh, I'm not into this." Yeah, I'm not into this local boy, local lad, local club shit. Like, piss off, all I care. That's where I might consider himself unlucky. But I was just gonna finish it with this because Mark's got his flight to catch and all sorts.
Oh yeah, let's go. Yeah, get out of the house.
I was going to finish with this, which is, for as much as you guys try to defend Ten Hag against Brentford and could not defend him because a lot of that was down to the manager, right? It's the complete opposite today. It is the complete opposite today. Yeah.
Thank you.
Like I'm not blind. Like, I'm not gonna blindly go like Pav and stuff and say, yeah, fuck the manager and all that. Like, the man told him to hold the ball. Like, it's not. I'm going back to it. It's not his fault that his player decides to throw the ball out for a goal kick and they go and score. Like, my thing is, for as much as Ten Hag, in my opinion, should have got the blame for Brentford, it's on the players today. It is on the players. You can't look past that.
Fairness.
No, absolutely. And like, Joe, if I'm gonna hold you to the standard of, and Mark to the standard of fairness, like I did on the stream earlier, I'm gonna do the exact same. Like, it's not for me, if you're Ten Hag in, you're Ten Hag out, whatever. The fact of the matter is the club's just shit.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. It's true, bro. And the thing is that all I want to say this is my last thing I'm going to say, bro, so you can leave your yard, yeah? What I'm saying is this, yeah? Almost the exact same thing that Wajid is saying. It really just means, just be subjective to what you're seeing, innit, yeah? Yes, as much as Ten Hag was to blame for the Brentford match, the players are to blame for this match. Come on, man. Just open your eyes. Everybody's talking about the eye test. It's right there.
Unfortunate line. You can't be subjective, innit? It's either you're in or you're out. That's like you could. There's no subjectiveness. But no, Joe, like 100%. But knowing these fucking dickheads, they're gonna go beat Liverpool on Sunday, aren't they?
We'll beat Liverpool and then we'll be back here again. You watch.
Bro, when we beat Liverpool, just remember, do not stream one time. I will be live. Whoever says that going to happen, I will be live. I'm telling you, we beat Liverpool, we are live. We are right here and we'll be calling it out. But thanks so much for you guys coming in, bro. I couldn't have the show without all of you guys being here. Thanks for showing me so much love and being a part of it, bro.
Safe flight, broski. Yes, safe flight.
Yeah, man. Thank you very much. It should be a safe flight. I'll be there. I'll probably message the group and talk some shit when I arrive because, I'll be sleepy as shit. But you know what it is. It's one of those things. But you know what? Maybe we need players that give us some more memory of these type of guys here now. Those guys there. See, those guys gave us world-class memories that will last forever. And we need the next batch of players that coming into the squad to know that this is what they had to live up to. If you understand what I say, there are real big players in this screen here. Cantona, Gig, Scholes, Bestie, Charlton, Robson, Pallister, it is, guys. Big up to all of you watching us. Man United lost today to Chelsea. Was a tough one, but at the end of the day, you know what? We move. And you know what? On to the next one. Sunday is a big game against Liverpool. If we get 3 points there, you never know what could happen. The season still has 8 games left, and we have a game in hand. Big up to all of those watching. Don't forget to smash those likes and subscribe, and definitely hit the notification bell so you can see when we're live again. Thank you again to my boy Joe Blackman, Wajid. Thank you so much to Kenny Fan TV. Mr. Bond, Charles in charge was in the building, as well as Vegeta. Big up to all of you guys. Big up to Connor. Connor was also here, and big up to you, Mental Ball Game. And you, Kenny Fan TV. Big up to all of you guys. Thank you so much. Catch you guys next time.